my lady. I'm illegally parked, I know, part of my French and my Mercedes. But I have no excuse for this flea market shirt I'm wearing. My motley crew is beastie, and we enjoy the staring. I'm unemployed and daring. How dare I be so cool when it's so hot in Alabama? Sometimes we get snow too. And I'm as rare as a white Christmas in Miami, really. The temperature's dropping on South Beach, the ocean's getting chilly. But I'm driving, my people, the party, yeah. Some drinking, get rowdy, party. And I went out with a buddy or two, and it was all on. And we got to the bar by the 1:45, and it was all on. And we got going, 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 and we got going. Yes, I jumped off the boat, and I'm sinking in my chair, cause my beer bottle does not float. Help me now. Please enjoy the show. I done came up so fast that I'm afraid of heights. I gotta go. Help me down, or I'll just learn to balance somewhere between commercial dreams and music that is valid. My babies need to eat, so I create a simple sound. The fiasco threw me for a loop. Hey, I dumbed it down, slick, wicked vibe, and driving. I'm driving, my people, the party, yeah. Some drinking, get rowdy, party. And I went out with a buddy or two, and it was all on. And we got to the bar by the 1:45, and it was all on. And we got going, 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 and we got going. Yeah, my people are riding in trucks and wheels oversized. In such a world I reside, and your luck runs low with your pride. And enough to keep you a bite of the club and troubles around. I got them car keys in hand, I know what the fuck's going down. Some of these people come sick, some pop the trunk for AKs. They wanna do bodily harm, they wanna live for the day. We just came to get stupid, so give me that bottle of Crown. I'll take my girl to my Caprice and get the fuck out of town. Come on, girl. And I'm driving, my people, the party, yeah. Some drinking, get rowdy, party. And I went out with a buddy or two, and it was all on. And we got to the bar by the 1:45, and it was all on. And we got going, and we got going, and we got going. And we got going, and we got going, and we got going.
Good afternoon, everybody. Pigskin Pete here. Happy college football Saturday to everybody. Is everybody excited as I am? Was last night almost like Christmas Eve or what? Having a full day of college football on. I've been flipping around like a madman. So obviously, as you can see on the screen here, I decided to do the Alabama and Duke game. I was this close to doing the South Carolina and North Carolina game, but honestly, I really want to see what Alabama looks like, and I'm actually really curious to see what Duke is going to look like, even without Daniel Jones. What else? So Florida State right now, 31-26. Boise State just fumbled, and they're scrambling for it. This has been a wild game, bunch of turnovers. Boise State still in this game. Nebraska, I think, took care of business. Justin Fields looked great against who'd they play? FAU. He had like 300 and something yards and 5 touchdowns after 3 quarters. What else? What are the other games on? I'm having a brain fart here. But as far as my picks, so I'm starting to second guess my picks, my bet now picks. And by the way, before I forget, if you want to wager on college football this season, go through betnow.eu, click the link in the description of this video, deposit some money, enter the promo code Peete, P-E-E-T-E, all caps, and that will give you 100% bonus on your deposit, and they will donate some money at the end of the season to St. Jude's Children's Hospital, so it's all for a good cause. Anyway, for the bet now picks, I took Duke with the points, 33 points. Who else did I take? I took North Carolina with 10.5 points. It's since moved to like 11.5 points, I think. And so I wish I would have got it in at 11.5, but I got it at 10.5. And then I took the points with Wyoming. I can't remember how many points Wyoming got. I have it written down somewhere. Anyway, I think it was like 17 points against Missouri. And I also took the over in that game. The over was like 56, I think. Anyway, let's see who's in the chat here real quick. What time does this game come on? About 10 more minutes. Now, I know that game is on ABC, and there's another game on there right now. Let me change the channel real quick. So, I don't know. I don't know how much time's left in that game. We'll see. It might go over. All right, let's see who's in the chat here real quick. Thank you to all the new viewers. If you're new here, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We have a lot of fun on here. We talk about college football year round. We also talk about college football year round on howardsrock.net and Fanpride.zone, as you can see there on the screen. Vodka drinkers in the house. Christian Ballard says, Roll Tide, Pete. Little C7, what's going on, Pete? Hate that I missed the last two streams. Well, at least you're here for this one. You can always make up for it today. Aaron Short says, Roll Tide. Jamie McCaslin's in the house. He's laughing at Florida State. Bo Weevil says, Go Blue Devils. I'm going to have to agree with you there, sir. You know I would like to see the Blue Devils win this game, even though I think they have little to zero chance of doing that. Roku3 says he was watching the Ohio State game. Yeah, I watched like a quarter and a half or something of that. I've been flipping around. The Seminole game so far is over. Zenfi Ribron says ONG. I think you mean OMG. David Fogel, how you doing? Nick in the house. Boise State with the comeback. Yeah, Boise State looks good. I was kind of impressed with Florida State early, but they're falling apart. I think Florida State's offense looks better than it did last year, which is hard not to look better than what they looked like last year because they looked so terrible last year. But their defense doesn't look very good, does it? Zinfi Rubron says, Go Ducks. That's the game that I'm looking forward to the most. So I just told you about my bet now picks for the contest, but I actually made a real wager with real money, my money, on a different bet now account, my personal account. And I did a sucker's bet, all right? So I already know I'm a sucker, but I don't care. It wasn't a whole lot of money. I did a parlay bet where I took Georgia minus 22.5. And who was the other one I took? Oh, Virginia minus 2.5. So I got to win both of those games to win the bet. But it pays out like triple, which you bet if you hit both of them. So we'll see what happens there. That was just a fun bet, really. Omar Aslas says War Eagle. When do they play? 7 o'clock? 7:30? Something like that. That's the game I'm going to be watching tonight. I want to see how Oregon looks, and I certainly want to see how Auburn looks. I think Auburn, last time I checked, was a 4-point favorite. You got probably the best defensive line in the country in Auburn going up against one of the best offensive lines in the country in Oregon. You got probably one of the best quarterbacks in the country with Justin Herbert in Oregon. Of course, Auburn has a true freshman quarterback, Bo Nix, so we're going to see what he looks like. And the only thing I don't know that I really want to find out is what does Oregon's defense look like against Auburn? Willie Taggart doing what he does best. Zenfi Ribron says Oregon 31, Auburn 28. David Fogel says Utah is the best defensive line. A lot of people claim to have the best defensive line, right? I don't think I doubt that Utah's defensive line is better than Auburn's, but you know, who knows? We're all going to find out together as the season progresses, aren't we? Let's win this one, no faking anything, says Christian Bale. I don't think you'll need to fake anything against Duke, sir. If you do, then you're in a world of hurt. The biggest issue with Alabama is all their injuries, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, it matters for who you got to play in the future. I don't think it'll matter that much today, though, because of who you're playing. But Duke, I mean, Duke's not going to beat Alabama or even really come close, but they're not a pushover team. Not as everyone likes to make fun of the ACC and say how terrible the ACC is, but Duke plays hard, and their coach is one of the best coaches in the country. He just happens to coach at Duke, so they won't give up. We'll see how close they can keep it. Hawaiian punch time almost. What's up, DeGoat Watson? How you doing, sir? Yeah, Florida State, man. Do I think Chip Kelly's on the hot seat? He should be. I don't know. I doubt it. I mean, I think he'll have at least one more year after this year. I don't think they'll fire him after 2 seasons. We'll find out, though, won't we? I don't know why they made that hire in the first place, to be honest with you. I never really got the fascination with Chip Kelly. He had the innovative offense, whatever it was 15 years ago. But everybody runs that offense now. He's not an innovator anymore. And on top of that, he's recruiting terribly. I mean, that's one of the things. If you're one of these big schools that's looking for a big name coach like Chip Kelly, the first thing off the bat is they need to recruit well, right? He's not UCLA has dropped massively in the rankings compared from their last coach to Chip Kelly. So look, you can't win anything if you don't have the players to do it. That's just all there is to it. Vodka Drinker says it matters anytime you got a freshman calling defensive signals from Mike. Yes, I agree. The good news for Alabama, which they don't really need any good news. They got plenty of great players. But the good news for Alabama today is that Duke has a young quarterback. So I think Alabama's defense is going to be a lot for him to handle. Aaron Short, that's a good question. He wants to know how many Alabama quarterbacks will we see. Expect Tua to open up a can quick. Yeah, I think Alabama will probably score early and often. If they do that, he probably won't play the second half. Hey, Christian, who's the or Aaron or whoever, who's second string behind Tua? Maryland won 79-0. Jeez, who'd they play? Yale? 79-0. Mac Jones. Okay, what's he? Is he a freshman? Redshirt freshman? Don't know anything about him. I will be probably switching back and forth periodically during the Duke and Alabama game to the South Carolina-North Carolina game because I'm really interested in seeing what South Carolina looks like, and I'm interested to see what North Carolina looks like. Clemson does have to play North Carolina this year. We only play them like every 6 years or whatever. He's a sophomore? All right. That's a good question to go, Watson. I mean, if his players are getting hurt in practice a lot, then maybe he should. Yeah, Vodka Drinkers bringing up the point that Alabama has some suspended players, and I'm assuming that's who he's talking about here. They have their 1 and 2 halfbacks out for the first half, and that was just a team suspension handed down by the head coach, not a major violation or anything. Mac Jones, but 2 more good prospects, Tua brother and his name, Bear Bryant's grandson. Tulia, is he on the team or is he? I thought he was still in high school. Is he a freshman? Let's see, it's 3:30. Let me turn it over to the other channel and see what happens here. Oh, he's on the team. Okay, so he's a freshman. Gotcha. I hear good things about him. Hot Rod says, you need to be watching the Battle of Carolina. Yeah, Hot Rod, I almost did that game today instead of the Alabama game. But like I just said a couple of minutes ago, I really want to see what Alabama looks like, obviously, as a Clemson fan. And I'm really curious to see how Duke looks without Daniel Jones as well. So if this thing gets out of hand early, guys, I mean, if it's like 40-10 at halftime, I might bail on this game, honestly, and just go to another more interesting game. You know. We'll see what happens. I hope it's at least interesting. Bo Weevil says the Fighting Mad Hatters stake their claim to college football with big win. Duke holds Po-Punk State to 16 points. Or D holds Po-Punk State to 16 points. Go to the South Carolina game. Yeah, I'll be flipping back and forth. Trust me. I will. All right, so it looks like they started the broadcast here for the game. I don't know. It looks like maybe kickoff's probably not for another 5 or 10 minutes or something. Alabama looks like the winners. That's how they look. Let's see. What channel is the South Carolina game on? ESPN, right? Let me see. What's up, Orange 1973? How you doing, sir? Talking about Clemson, do you think Jake Venables will be someone people will talk about because when he was in the game Thursday, he was pretty quick, and in the backfield Thursday night? Yeah, I think he didn't just come to Clemson because he was Venables' son. I mean, that was part of it, but he's a good player. He's a legit player. So yeah, I think he'll be good. As far as how he'll compare to who they have right now at linebacker, I don't know because we've got some really good linebackers, but maybe next year. What's up with the blue suits? Talking about. All right, so kickoff for the South Carolina, North Carolina games is at 3:40. I don't care what anybody says, man. David Cutcliffe is by far one of the best coaches in America. If you put David Cutcliffe at Auburn or LSU or one of these teams, or Ohio State, or one of these teams that has that caliber of talent, he'd be every bit as good as the top coaches in the country. Blue blazer, blue tie, blue suit. Who is that? Has that on? Herbert Bradford says it should be a good game. Surprised to hear you say that. DeGoat Watson says it's going to be tough for Clemson to have Heisman winner Etienne and Trevor Lawrence will take votes from each other. I expect Tua to win the Heisman. I mean, that's a good point. I mean, you have someone like Jonathan Taylor at Wisconsin who went off last night. He had like 4 touchdowns and almost 200 yards, right? And he's got an advantage because he plays on Wisconsin, and Wisconsin doesn't really have those big-time stars like Alabama and Clemson have, right? So he's probably at the front of the line as far as one of the favorites, although it is hard for a running back to win the Heisman these days because it seems to be a quarterback competition more than anything. But Jonathan Taylor will rack up 1 million yards as long as he stays healthy this year. I expect Etienne to do the same, but based on Clemson's schedule, I don't know why they would keep him in for 4 quarters or maybe even the entire second half if they're winning big. They'd be stupid. So that hurts them as well. Herbert Bradford says David Cutler, I think you mean David Cutcliffe, wasn't he the one that developed Peyton Manning? Yes, and Eli Manning and Daniel Jones. Wisconsin isn't winning 11 games. He's not winning a Heisman. That's a good point, too. Delson Matthew says, show the game and stop talking. Well, Delson, you must be new here if you think I give a shit what you think, sir. First of all, I can't show the game because it's a copyright violation. Second of all, this is a YouTube channel where the whole point of it is for me to talk to you, so I won't stop talking either. So you can kick rocks, buddy. How about that? Do you Alabama has 82 win streaks against unranked teams? Tiffany, no, I can't show the game. Legally, I can't show the game. They'll take down my YouTube channel. And I'm sure most people don't care if they take down my YouTube channel, except for there's one person that does care, and that is me. So, that's why it's labeled in the description as live play-by-play and reaction. It's because that's what I'm going to give you is play-by-play and reaction. Prince 6'1" says, "What's up, Pigskin Pete? What's up, my boy Prince?" No, the game has not started yet. It's about to start in here. It looks like in a second. And for anybody who's new here, there is about a 8 to 10 second delay on YouTube. So if you're watching the game at home and listening to me at the same time, you will hear me react about 8 to 10 seconds after what happens. What's up, The Real McCoy? How you doing, sir? What's up, Comic Dude 45? Good afternoon to you, sir. I'm sure if you're here, you're amazing and fantastic, but I already know that you are. Also, if there's anybody in the chat that could do me a huge favor, if you're going to be sticking around in the stream for a while, since I am covering this game, I will flip around, during commercial breaks and everything, but keep me updated on some other scores that are happening right now. I'd really appreciate it. What's up, Billy Dawson, Tiger Raven? How you doing, sir? Shane Lee is Dylan Moses' replacement. There you go. Lady looks like a Christmas tree. Yeah, definitely keep me updated on the Boise State and Florida State game until that ends. Should be about a half of a quarter left in that one, I think. All right, here we go. Duke is kicking it off, and the kickoff is up. Kicks it into the end zone. It's going to be returned. Comes out to about the 20 and taken down right at the 21-yard line. So Alabama will start the game out. 1st and 10 from their own 21-yard line. We'll get a good look at Tua and these elite wide receivers and see what they're all about. Matthew Rixner says, "Wow, my conference, the SEC, is looking kind of weak." Why do you say that? Who's looking weak in the conference so far? Enlighten me. I hope Georgia takes care of business tonight because I got real money on them. So I'll be pulling for them tonight. All right, 1st and 10. Tua hands the ball off. And he goes nowhere. He gets about a yard loss. He might have got back to the line of scrimmage. I don't know. That was Ford carrying the ball there. So good defensive play there by the Duke Blue Devils. The Duke Blue Devils. Oh, yeah, Ole Miss. Oh, my God. What an embarrassment. Somebody was on here earlier telling me that Ole Miss was going to be good this year. I don't know what they were smoking, but I need some of it. 2nd and 9. All right, Tua with the play action. And he's got nowhere to go. Oh, he dumps it off, taken down for another loss. Oh, he might have scrambled back to the line of scrimmage there, but good defensive play. Oh, man, Duke was all over Tua on that one. So far, I know it's only 2 plays in here, but Alabama's offensive line is not looking too great against Duke. Damn, he got hit twice. I didn't even see Kentucky. What happened with Kentucky? All right, here we go. 3rd and 7. All right, so you got Tua in the shotgun. Drops back to pass. Oh, he gets sacked. Oh, wait. Yes, he gets sacked. He got hit twice again. Big-time defensive plays by the Duke Blue Devils on that first drive. 3 and out, Alabama. They are all over Tua's ass. Look, that's not a good sign. That the offensive line for Alabama it's not looking good on that first drive. I can tell you that. Kentucky won their game easily. So what's he talking about? He's talking about Willis. All right, so the punt is up. Short punt. And he's going to be taken down. I don't see what yard line that is. I think it's about the 35. All right, so we'll get our first look at what the Duke Blue Devils look like without Daniel Jones. Duke hitting threes from the corner. What's up, Jace the Tiger? How you doing, man? Jace says SEC. All right, here we go. Quentin Harris is the quarterback for Duke from the 45. Hands the ball off, and he's taken down for a loss. He lost about 2 yards on the play there. Duke will pass on Alabama today. Well, yeah, they better because, trying to run on Alabama's defensive line is not going to be easy. All right, so we got a toss to the right. And he's going to break some tackles. He picks up about 3 yards. So what do we got here? About 3rd and 6 or 7. We'll see what they say. I'm not going to even read that comment, dude. They're saying 3rd and 6. Here we go. Duke is playing hurry-up offense here. They're playing really fast, which sucks for people like me who are doing play-by-play. But anyway, 3rd and 6. Back to pass. Incomplete. Good defense by Bama. They were all over that quarterback. That's a big guy, that quarterback. He's got to be at least 6'4", 6'5". So far, it looks like really good defensive play by both teams. No, I can't. Almost serious. I can't show the game at all, man. There's really no way around it. Believe me, ABC is much more powerful than Pigskin Pete is, and they'll always win that battle. I wish I could, though, but I can't. What's up, Kathy Connolly? All right, here we go. Duke's punt is up, and it's going to be a fair catch at about the 12-yard line. So good field position for Duke on defense. Yeah, the game's on ABC. And I want to thank Almost Serious for asking me nicely if I can show the game instead of coming on here and saying, show the game, idiot. We don't want to see your ugly face, idiot. That's how you do things, folks. What Almost Serious did there, that's how you act like a rational person. And yeah, I don't react very kindly to non-rational people, so I appreciate how he did that. Or she. I don't know if it's a he or she. I think it's a he. Can Oregon beat Auburn? Yes, I think they can, CE. I think they certainly can. But we'll see. I don't know. The fact that that line is so close on that game should tell you a lot. That means that really anybody can win as far as Vegas is concerned. So, yeah, 4 points. I mean, if this game would have been played 2 years ago, Auburn would have been a 21-point favorite. Shotgun my beer. I'll tell you what, Ruben. I'm going to make you a deal right now. If Duke wins this game, I will shotgun a beer right here on air. I promise you. And I'll have fun doing it. I don't even care if I get anything wet in this studio of mine. I don't care. Final prediction for this game. Well, I have to go with the prediction that I made a couple of days ago here on YouTube, so I can't really backtrack on my prediction. So I said that Alabama would win by 3 touchdowns. So that's what I'm going to say. Ashton Gaming says, what do you got on this game? Well, as far as the Bet Now contest I'm in, which is not my real money, so it's not really that, not serious. I took Duke with the points. Duke has 33 points, so I took Duke in the Bet Now thing. I do have some real money on some games tonight, though. On Georgia and Virginia, Georgia against Vanderbilt and Virginia against Pitt. I took Georgia and Virginia. Yeah, somebody give me an update on. Hold on, let me change the channel. I just want to check out the South Carolina North Carolina game. Somebody give me an update on the Boise State and FSU game. How's that? Is that over? 33 to 31. Is it over? Crazy Bronco. We got a Boise State fan in the house. I know he's happy. All right, here we go. So it looks like South Carolina's about to score probably. Georgia's too good. Yeah, I thought about not betting that game because I know Georgia should roll over Vanderbilt, but that is a conference SEC matchup. But I still am confident enough in Georgia that they'll blow them out. All right, 7 minutes left. Oh, Bentley gets hit. Incomplete. All right, I'm going to switch back to the Duke and Alabama game. Robert Vines, good afternoon to you, sir. I'm sure if you're here, you're amazing and fantastic. Otherwise, you would not be here. Is there any way to watch the game for live? You could, well, you might be able to watch it on the ESPN app because ABC is owned by ESPN or vice versa. So you might be able to get on an ESPN app. I don't know. But it's on ABC. If you don't have a TV, then try ESPN. All right, so Alabama hands the ball off and to run up the middle, pick up about 6 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 4. So South Carolina kicked a field goal, I guess. All right, 2nd and 4. Tua hands the ball off again, run up the middle, and he's hit. Did he fumble? He fumbled, and Duke got it. Duke got the ball. Let's see. I don't know what the refs don't even know what the hell's going on. Duke's ball. Fumble. Duke got the ball. How about that? And they got the ball in really good field position, too. Duke's defense looks beast. I mean, wow. You see Holyfield made the 53-yard for the Panthers. Made the 53 for the Panthers. Oh, you mean the 53-man roster. Yeah, I did see that. Excuse me. All right, here we go. From the 26-yard line, Duke, 1st and 10. Hands the ball off. Picks up about 5 or 6. I think 5, so it's going to be 2nd and 5 here, I think. Old Nicky going to pull a Meyer. Hey, one thing. I don't care what happens. I mean, I don't care what the score is in this game. They came to play. I mean, they look tough. 2nd and 5. Quarterback keeper. And I don't know what he was trying to do there, but he got back to the line of scrimmage. So I think it's going to be 3rd and 5 here. Yeah, exactly. If anything, they look prepared. And that's why I like David Cutcliffe so much. Is because with the players that he has and the games that they win that they shouldn't, that just goes to show you how good of a coach he is. And they don't quit. There's no quit in those players. All right, 3rd and 5. Hands the ball off. And I think he got a 1st down. He did. Good run. Big time third. Oh, let's see where he spots it. He spotted it right on the line. I think he got it, though. So Duke with a big time 3rd down conversion in the red zone now. First and 10. They're playing really fast. Quarterback keeper, again, he picked up maybe a yard and a half, something like that. So it's going to be 2nd and 9 or 2nd and 8. We'll see where they spot it. I don't know what you mean by link to the game. The game's on ABC. I know. Look, oh, never mind. I don't want to be a jerk, but I'm not a cable expert. All right, I just have a TV here, and I'm broadcasting on YouTube. That's the extent of my knowledge on this. 2nd and 8. Duke throws it into the end zone. Oh my God! I almost pulled my headphones off. Forget my headphones. I don't need these anyway. That bounced right off of his hands. 3-0 South Carolina over North Carolina. It does, AB, it does look like Duke's running some option plays, but no, they don't run. They run a pro-style offense traditionally, or David Cutcliffe does. All right, here you go. 3rd and 8. Run up the middle. He breaks some tackles. Oh, he's tackled just short of the first down marker. I'll go for it. What the hell do you got to lose? You're Duke. Go for it. He's a yard short. All the way down to the 6-yard line, I think. 4th and 1. They're going for it. Great pair, says the Bear. All right, here we go. 4th and 1. Gutsy move by David Cutcliffe here. Let's see what happens. From the 7-yard line. Hands the ball off. Oh, I don't think he got it. I think that's a turnover on downs. Yeah, it's short. I still like the play. So Bama will take over at the 7, turnover on downs. I still like the fact that he went for it there. What do you have to lose? You're playing against Alabama. You've got the ball, inside the 10-yard line. Why not? So I like what I see from Duke so far. They're playing tough. They're playing well, and they're not backing down. I love it. Yeah, it's always easy to say, you shouldn't have went for it whenever they don't make it. I agree. I love the call. I love David Cutcliffe more and more every game that I watch of theirs. I really do. All right, so 1st and 10 from the 7-yard line. Alabama takes over. Tua back to pass, and it's complete to Judy. I think that's Judy. Yeah. I think he got the first down there. 1st and 10, Alabama. That's true, AB. You're right. All right, 1st and 10 from the 17. Play action pass. He's under pressure. He throws it deep over the middle. Oh, my God. That's offensive pass interference. He way overthrew Judy there. Way overthrew him. And the Duke player actually had a better play on the ball than the Alabama player did. Watch Judy here in the replay. He tackles the damn. How is that not offensive pass interference? He tackled the Duke player before the ball got there. Now, see, that should have been an interference call for sure. That's an easy call. 2nd and 10. The announcers agree with me. That should have been a flag, but anyway, it wasn't. So 2nd and 10. Looks like we had a flag here. I don't know if this was a false start or what. False start. Oh, delay of game. I wish they'd show. It sounds like there's a lot of Duke fans in the stadium there, judging by the noise and the cheers. Bama looks confused. Excuse me. I don't know what the hell. I got something in my throat. All right, 2nd and 15. Tua back to pass. Throws it. Complete. Juke move. Big play. Cross the 30. Cross the 40. Knocked out of bounds at the 45, I think. Or maybe the 50. That was Eric Waddle. Yeah, that was a missed tackle. He did a good juke move there, though. There's a flag on the play, though. Let's see what this is for. Holding against Alabama. The ball is coming back. Wow. So it's going to be 3rd and long, right? Or 2nd and long. Here we go. Second and 21 from the 6. Tua over the middle. Complete again to Waddle. And Waddle's taken down about 5 yards short, maybe 4 or 5 yards short of the first down. So it's going to be third and either 5 or 6. We'll see. 7 minutes and 14 seconds left here in the first quarter. I'll tell you one thing. This game so far is exciting. What's up, Blacklist? How you doing? All right, here we go. 3rd and 5 from the 22. Tua back to pass. Complete to Judy for a first down and more. Good play there by Alabama. See, this is where the game's going to be lost for Duke. Judy and Waddle are just too good. I mean, you can't double cover one of them because the other one will be wide open. So, yeah, Judy and Waddle are going to beat these Duke defenders at least 70% of the time in one-on-one matchups. So the key is if you're Duke, you got to get pressure on Tua. He does not do well under pressure, but if he's got a clean pocket, he's going to eat you alive. 1st and 10. Tua back to pass. Under pressure. Throws it. Complete again to Judy. Judy does a juke move. Damn, look at that. First down and more. He's got some moves, man. He's looking like a Madden controller out there. Yeah, I agree. Duke has to get off the field. Look at this move by Judy. He catches it, runs back 3 yards, spins around, and then turns it into like a damn 15-yard gain. Thank you for showing up, Almost Serious. All right, 1st and 10 from the 47. Oh, and they run a trick play. And he picks up about 6. Give me 2nd and 4. Yeah, number 11, yeah. Alabama's running plays pretty quickly. This is definitely, you can tell Steve Sarkisian is back to be an offensive coordinator because he likes to run a hurry-up offense. 2nd and 5. Tua back to pass. And Judy didn't even look for the ball. He would have had the first down, too. That was a miscommunication. I don't know if Judy just didn't understand where the ball was coming to him or what. Anyway, 3rd and 5. G. Grace in the house. Brandon Banks. Yeah, Bama's got a lot of speed at wide receiver for sure. All right, 3rd and 5. Yeah, Judy was busy blocking. He didn't even know the ball was coming to him. Tua back to pass. Under pressure. He's running for it. And he's going to pick up the first down and more. All the way down to about the 38-yard line of Duke. 1st and 10, Bama. How much time is left in that Florida State game, Herbert? Almost Serious. Go buy a lottery ticket. All right, 1st and 10. Tua back to pass, throws it. I don't know what happened there. It looked like the receiver stumbled. Anyway, it's going to be 2nd and 10. If that receiver hadn't stumbled, that probably would have been a touchdown. There was nobody between him and the end zone. Yeah, Vodka Drinker brings up a good point here. Bama's not running the ball at all, are they? That's pretty. See, that's another Steve Sarkisian thing. Steve Sarkisian likes to pass the ball and run the quarterback. He doesn't like to run the running backs very much. All right, 2nd and 10 from the 38. Tua, pass, complete, out of bounds, short, about 4 yards short of the first down. It's going to be 3rd and 4. So this right here is huge. This is a huge play for both teams, really. But if Duke can somehow stop them from a first down here, that'll be not a real long field goal, but a long enough one. All right, here we go. 3rd and 5. And the pitch, the running back. And he's only going to pick up about 2 short. So he's about 3 yards short of the first down. It's going to be 4th and 3. What do they do here? What are they going to do? I bet they go for it. Oh, well, they're going to do a field goal. Let's see if they fake it. I'd be looking for the fake. I'd just let him kick it and look for the fake and just make him make the field goal. Don't try to block the field goal. Just make sure they don't do some kind of trick crap here. He kicks it up, and it is good. Oh, he missed it! He missed it! It hit the upright. So, with 3 minutes and 25 seconds left in the first quarter, the score is 0-0 with a missed field goal by Alabama. I thought that was good. Doink. Right off the right upright. Wow. Rodrigo for Heisman. Same Bama, same kickers. Well, at least they didn't try to do a fake field goal like they did against Clemson. Yeah, what is the Seminole score? Is it still 36-31? Hold on. I'm going to change the channel while I was on commercial and check out this South Carolina game real quick. Oh, there's old Boom Muschamp looking mad as ever on the sideline. That never changes, does it? Did North Carolina score? They did. It's 3-3. Tie football game in Charlotte. Oh, yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, David Fogel. So they just changed the path of that hurricane, and it's moving right towards me now, which sucks. Living where I live, we deal with these hurricanes every year, but it's a pain in the ass, man. A big-time pain in the ass. I mean, I bet you if you go out right now to the grocery store, certainly by tomorrow, it'll be sold out of everything. There'll be traffic everywhere. I hate it. Yeah, I'm in Charleston, so I'm just north of you, so you're in the same boat as me. Anyway, let me see. Yeah, all bread and milk gone. You know, I hate to be like, you know, I'd rather it hit somewhere else than here because that's just, you know, a ridiculous thing to say, but I don't want to get hit with it, that's for sure. What's up, Bobby Durkins? Bobby Durkins here. May there, sir. Bobby Durkins says that me and the Peete family can crash at your house. Sir, you don't want that because my family just isn't the people in my house. It's not just my wife and my 2 kids. I got a lot of family around here. If you want to take the entire Peete family on, it'd probably be about 20 people. Believe me, you don't want that, sir, and I wouldn't do that to you. But thank you for the offer. I appreciate it. All right. Here we go. Duke. 1st and 10 from the 32. Hands the ball off. No. Yes. And he picked up about 4 yards on the carry there up the middle. I think it's going to be 2nd and 6. Yeah, same here. When it snows here, the whole city shuts down. That's how the South is, man. We don't have salt trucks and stuff around where I live. All right, 2nd and 6. Handoff up the middle. Breaks free. Big gain by the running back across the 50-yard line. 1st and 10, Duke. Wow. That was a hole the size of Texas. Look at this. Man, them offensive linemen for Duke are monstrous. All right, 1st and 10. Another run up the middle, and he's going nowhere. He might have got back to the line of scrimmage. Or they're going to say he picked up a yard. I guess forward progress there. So it's going to be 2nd and 9. Sorry. Man, what's up, Delta Charlie? Man, you know what? I'd love to pile on the Florida State fans, but I really, at this point, I feel bad for them. I don't want them to be great, but I don't want them to be so terrible that they bring the conference down. Hell, Duke looks better than Florida State, way better. All right, 2nd and 9, another run. He picks up about 5. I think it's going to be 3rd and 4 here. Duke is playing very physical football right now. Very physical. Yes, David, good point. That is true, Rick. H, you're right. 3rd and 5. Flag on the play. See what this is who this is against. Oh, that's a bad penalty by Duke there. Because that was a manageable 3rd down they had. Now they just lost 5 yards. All right, 3rd and 10 now. From the 48. All over. Oh my God, the Duke quarterback just got smashed. He had no chance. That's going to hurt tomorrow. So 4th and 10, Duke's going to bring out the punt team. That penalty killed them. They had 3rd and 4, and then they had that penalty. That killed them. What's up, Cushman? Or your new name, I guess, is Juan Soto. What's up? The punt is up. Great punt. Oh! They almost downed it on the 1. Anyway, it's going to be a touchback. That was a perfect punt, though. All right, so Alabama and old Tua Tagovailoa will come back out. We'll see what they're all about. Ten to 3, South Carolina scored. Oh, Feaster had a long run. Is Feaster the one that scored? It looks like he was, huh? Florida State lost. Oh my God, what a shame. Where's Crazy Bronco at? I actually do have a Boise State fan in here. I'm sure he's ecstatic right now. Marco Polo's in the house. How you doing, man? He says, "What's good, Pete? What's good with you, sir?" I'm sure if you're here, you're amazing and fantastic. Billy says, "You call it, Aaron. He needs to make more big plays. Ray and Davis need to get going. Alabama needs to run the ball more. They're looking like friggin' Washington State out there throwing the ball 70% of the time." Border Bob's in the house. How you doing, man? Yep. Listen, is anybody surprised that the transfer from Clemson, Feaster, is the best player on that offense? I'm not. I mean, come on. Who didn't see that coming? Marco Polo says he wants to be a coach one day. He's doing film study. Well, you could easily be a contributor on howardsrock.net and Fanpride. Always looking for analysts. I don't analyze. I'm a shit talker and a feather ruffler, if that's even a word. Yeah, Jamie's happy. The state of Florida is not looking too hot in football this year, Jamie. Sorry to burst your bubble. Miami didn't look great. Florida didn't look great. And now Florida State looked terrible. But the good news is, if you're a Miami fan, I think that Miami, out of all those teams, probably has the highest upside for the rest of the season, based on what I've seen so far. All right. Yeah, what's up, Jimmy? Yeah, Alabama's not looking hot right now. If Duke can somehow keep it close at the half, that would be impressive enough for me. Because I do believe that Alabama's going to pull away in the second half, no matter what happens here in the first half. But so far, man, Duke's, you got to give them credit. They're playing really tough. Rick says that UCF is the best team in Florida. Yeah, a lot of people say that. All right, here we go. So Alabama from the 20. Handoff, run up the middle, and he's going to pick up about 6. It will be second down and 4. Well, to go Watson, that depends on what these other teams do. So let's say oh, hold on. Another run up the middle, and he's taken down right around the first down marker. Let's see where they spot it. They're going to spot it short, so it's going to be third and very short. Third and about a half a yard. Hold on. Quarterback keeper, did he get it? Yeah, he got it. First down, Alabama. If Georgia goes out there and blows out Vanderbilt tonight, and then Alabama, only wins by a touchdown or 2 against Duke, then Georgia will probably hop ahead of Alabama in the poll, yeah. But you know how I feel about polls, and I don't. I don't pay any attention to polls. They're all meaningless until the college football playoff poll comes out after week 8. But I know it is something that people like to talk about, is the polls, but I don't care about them that much. Crazy Broncos probably throwing a party tonight, sir. Don't get too crazy. Hey, what's up, Lou? Lou Patton, that is. How you doing, man? Lou, are you watching this Duke and Alabama game? It's a good game so far, sir. Feaster has the longest touchdown run for South Carolina since 2017. That's a funny stat. Yeah, I'm sure he is. MCD Sports says 0-0. I've been telling everyone Duke is going to play them tough. Yeah, I've been telling everybody that too. That's why I took Duke with the points. Any team that's coached by David Cutcliffe is going to play tough. That's just all there is to it. Lou Patton with a $2 donation. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. You're amazing and fantastic. All right. You took Alabama with the points, huh? So far, it's not looking good, but it's still way early in the game. Old Mac and the Tar Heels don't look good. Well, what do you expect, man? The Tar Heels were one of the worst teams in football last year. If you look at the future, though, he's got a top 10, projected for next year. They have a top 10 recruiting class, which I don't know when the last time that's happened at North Carolina was. It might have been the last time he was coaching there, for all I know. Hell, it's been a long time. If North Carolina could even get a top 15 recruiting class, that'd be amazing. So that's what Mac Brown brings you. He's a recruiter, and he can also change the culture at the school. They're going to have a rough time this year, but he's not there to win this year. He's there to get things on the right track for the future. Uh, 14-7 over Georgia State, Tennessee. What's up with UCLA and Chip Kelly? Well, I can tell you that. Chip Kelly sucks. That's what. That's an easy answer to that one. DeGoat Watson, I think I probably would. I mean, what are you going to do? You don't fire a coach after the first game, so basically you got to let the season play out, or at least let most of the season play out before you make that decision. All right, here we go. Back to the game. 1st and 10, the beginning of the second half. Tua complete to the running back out of the backfield, and I think he's going to get a touchdown here. Across the 30, tackled all the way down at like the 15-yard line. Huge play. There's a flag on the play, though. This might come back. I think it is coming back. I think that's a holding. Nick Saban is about to blow a gasket over there on the sideline. Let me change the quarter before I forget. Yep, against Alabama. So it's going to be 1st and 20. I just got a notification on my computer that Adolf Hitler just subscribed to me on YouTube. I'm not even kidding. That's what it just said across my screen. 1st and 20. And he's going to pick up about 6. Who was that? Harris? Iowa State knocks off Northern Iowa. All right, here we go. 2nd and 12. Another screen pass. Taken down short of the first down. It's going to be 3rd and about 3. So big time 3rd down here for Alabama. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Somebody named Adolf Hitler just subscribed to my YouTube channel. I'm surprised I even let him use that name. Anyway, 3rd and 3. So about 13 and a half minutes left here in the second quarter. 0-0. 3rd and 3. Alabama from the 40-yard line. Complete right across the first down marker, and he's going to give him forward progress there. That's a 1st down Alabama. Big time conversion there. Both these teams are playing very quick. Hurry up offense. Tua, fake handoff, throws it, complete screen pass, and he's going to pick up about 9 yards. So it's going to be 2nd and 1. Alabama, this offense under Steve Sarkisian looks 110% different than what it looked like last year. He's got a very distinct way of play calling. He does a lot of screens, a lot of misdirections. Second and 1. Tua hands the ball off. Taken down short of the first down. It's going to be 3rd and short. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage on that one. Vodka Drinker says he's not pleased with Sarkisian. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of his. I wouldn't want him as my offensive coordinator. Really, honestly, I wouldn't. All right, 3rd and 1. Hand the ball off, and he's gonna get the first down barely. He picks up about 2 yards there. So it's gonna be 1st and 10 Alabama. Duke is still. I'm still impressed with how Duke's playing. They're playing really physical up front. There's not a whole lot of running room in the running game. All right, so from the 45, 1st and 10. Tua with the play action. He's got nowhere to go. He's scrambling. He's gonna keep it and slide. He picks up about 3 yards. Duke players all over him. They're getting good penetration on these pass plays. Bentley needs USC Junior to be riding on golf carts. Yeah, that's the problem with this. Is Duke's defense is going to get tired eventually. They keep converting 3rd downs. Alabama does. All right, 2nd and 7. Tua rolls out, passes complete to Judy. Judy's got room. 1st down and more across the 30, all the way down to the 26, taken out at the 26-yard line. 1st and 10 Alabama. So Judy already has 50 yards here with 10 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. But Alabama has 0 points. All right, Tua under center. Play action. Back to pass. Throws it over the middle. Complete to I think that's the tight end. He's going to get a touchdown. Touchdown, Alabama. That was a great play there. That was a good drive. 12 plays, 80 yards, and 5 minutes and 50 seconds. That's the kind of drive that Alabama needs to be doing against a team like Duke. Yeah, it definitely took longer than expected. Hell, he almost makes the extra point. All right, so 7-0 Alabama. Guys, I gotta pee. So I'm gonna while there's a commercial on, I'm gonna run and pee. I'll be right back in like 2 seconds. And before I do that, all right, I'll be back in 2 seconds. All right. Boston College 7-10 over Virginia Tech. I called that. I think Virginia Tech is massively overrated. They've been massively overrated and underwhelming for a long time now. Well, that's a good point, Billy. Billy says that Alabama looks a lot better with their suspended players back in the game, yeah? Because the suspended players are some of the best players on the team. Yeah, I wouldn't. Marco says Georgia might whip Bama this year. They might. First of all, I don't think anybody's whipping Bama. I mean, if you mean beat them, I think that's possible. But people take a. This is the same thing I said after the Clemson Georgia Tech game. Clemson wins 52-14, and there's a bunch of Clemson fans out there crying and whining about not scoring 80 on them. It's the first game of the season. Everybody just needs to calm down. Alabama didn't forget how to play football. And Nick Saban didn't forget how to coach it. I promise you they'll be okay. Well, that's a good point. Clemson did whip Bama. I take that back. That's a fair point, sir. All right, let me take that back. Anybody other than Clemson is not whipping Bama. How about that? All right, 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Oh, incomplete. But that guy got smashed. West Virginia and James Madison tied at 10. West Virginia is going to be terrible this year. Thank you, Nick. All right, 2nd and 10 from the 25. And it's going to be a pitch. All that for about 2 yards, so it's going to be 3rd and 8. Yeah, this is the Alabama defense that I'm used to seeing here. Duke came out of the gates with some adrenaline pumping. Now things are starting to settle down here. 3rd and 8. Ooh, sack. Big loss. He had no chance. 4th and very long. So Duke will bring the punt team out, I'm sure. That was a violent hit there. Penn State 20-0 over Idaho. Jimmy C is taking the realistic fan approach here, saying we needed this. Call me crazy, but I feel good about not being number one and having a bar fight with Duke. Yeah, I believe that too. All right, so Alabama's going to take over. I didn't even see where they're going to take over. Anyway, they're going to take over. Why do people think that if Bama doesn't score in the first 3 seconds, they're going to play bad? I don't know, because that's how people are. People overreact to everything. Believe me, it's just the way it is. Penn State won't be challenged until Michigan or maybe Iowa. I haven't looked at their schedule week by week. I'll take your word for it. Oh, Virginia Tech scored, huh? Here, I'm going to flip it during the commercial. I'm going to flip it to South Carolina and North Carolina here. And South Carolina just blocked a kick, a field goal. Bama's best player. Clemson whipped us, but it happens very rare against Bama. Very rare. Not likely to happen again. Yes, I don't think it's going to happen again. If they were to meet again this year, I don't think it's going to be 44-16 again. I still think Clemson has as good a chance to win it, but it won't be that big of a blowout. So I agree. AB, I agree with you. I was on the Justin Fuente bandwagon for the first, 3 years probably. But once I get disappointed 3 years in a row, I bail. So I did that with Fuente, and I'm doing that now with Jim Harbaugh, which is the reason you probably won't see a Michigan fan on any of my live streams or on my YouTube channel. They all hate me. They all wish that I got taken out to the desert and beat over the head with a shovel like somebody from the movie Goodfellas, because they can't handle the truth about their own coach. I mean, talk about one of the most sensitive crybabies in all of college football. They reside in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Do you think that Georgia is going to beat Bama this year? I don't know. Maybe. They could, sure. Oh, I forgot to change the channel back. All right. So it's going to be Duke's ball here. First and 10, 8 minutes and 24 seconds left in the second quarter. Another screen pass. They're killing them with the screen passes. That might be a touchdown. No. Oh, my God. He ran another 15 or 20 yards after contact. Big time play there by Alabama. He's a beast. Waddle. That guy's a baller. He looks like he might be hurt. His shoulder, he's holding his shoulder. Another first down, I think, to Judy. They're going to spot it just short, so it's going to be 2nd and 1. I'd just like to see Duke do something on offense when they get the ball back. I'd like to see them pass the ball more. They're doing a lot of running the ball. You're not going to beat Alabama running the ball, especially if you're Duke. 2nd and 1. And then good defensive play there by Duke. They take him down short, so it's going to be 3rd and 1. He weebles and waddles, but don't fall down. Me too, Nick. I'm looking forward to see how Zamir White plays. Third and 1. Hand the ball off, and he's going to be taken down. Oh, I think he might have got the first down. Let's see where they spot it. I think he got it. Yeah, he got it. CE says they're not a bad team. I guess you're referring to Duke. No, they're not a bad team at all, but they're just not great. 1st and 10. Tua back to pass. Throws over the middle, complete. First down and more inside the 10. And he's going to be taken down about the 3. Tough run after the catch. 1st and goal, Alabama. The best thing Duke can hope for right now is a turnover, because this is either going to be turnover or touchdown. There's not going to be any field goal kicked here. Touchdown. Touchdown, Alabama. David Easterwood says, well, game over then. Well, the game's not over. It's still the first half. We'll see what happens. What are they going to look at it? I was about to change the score. I'm going to wait until they make this official here then. Oh, he is down. I don't know. That's close, man. I think his knee might have been down right there. I think it is short. But I don't think they'll overturn it, though. I think he's about a foot short, but I don't think they'll overturn it. We'll see. It usually has to be, like, really clear for them to overturn it. They don't just overturn it on speculation, so. Yeah, I'd say it's like on the 1 foot line. His knee was definitely down short, but. Marco says Duke ain't winning this game. Well, I didn't ever say they were. I don't think they're winning the game. Yeah, see, they're saying he's short. They said the 1/2 yard line. That's what I thought. Who's asking that? CE says, what down is it? Well, now it's going to be second and less than a yard, or second and goal on the 1/2 yard line. (13-10) to James Madison. All right, so here we go. Second and goal. And they're in the power formation. Hand the ball off. He walks in for an easy touchdown. I saw that coming. Yeah, Alabama lines up in a power formation on the 1/2 yard line. 99% of the time, they're going to get a touchdown out of that. So, no big surprise there. Duke needs to at least put some points on the board here. They got 5 minutes and 13 seconds left here in the second quarter. If you're Duke, you don't want to go into the locker room with a big goose egg. Even if it's just a field goal. Even if it's just a field goal, do something. And now, since I have a bunch of Alabama fans in here, including my main man, Billy Dawson, if Alabama only wins this by 21 points, hell, 26 points, 27 points, how many Alabama fans are going to be bitching and moaning about how Alabama didn't look good? I guarantee you they're going to be doing it the same way that Clemson did it last week or a few nights ago. Delusions of an upset are slowly slipping away for Duke. I don't think any Duke fans thought they're going to beat Alabama. CE says he's not going to complain. Bama's defense is going to be good this year, I think is what you said. The spread was, I got locked in at 33. I don't know. It depends on, where you look it up. There's different places that have different point spreads. They're all within 1 or 2 points of each other most of the time. I locked in on, what did I do that? Wednesday? I locked in at 33, I think. Was it 33? I think it was 33. Or 33 and a half. I'll have to go back and look. 13-3 South Carolina over North Carolina. Turn it over there real quick. Thank you, everybody who stopped in, who stuck around. If you're new here, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Actually, you don't even have to hit the like button. As a matter of fact, if you don't like me, don't hit the like button, hit the thumbs down button. But the most important button is that red one that says subscribe. Hit that one, though. And believe me, if you hate me, that's all the more reason to subscribe so you can come on here. And I don't know, what's some of the stuff I hear on a daily basis around here? You're ugly. You live in your mom's basement. Why do you wear sunglasses in the house? I don't know, stuff like that. You can, if you subscribe, you can come tell me that stuff every single day, and you'll have a great time doing it, I promise. Little C says he's just hitting buttons. There you go. Hit all the buttons. Trolls all over the net. I spent probably 3 hours today while I was sitting around watching football before the live stream, destroying trolls on the internet. It's really what I'm best at. I'm actually better at destroying trolls on the internet than I am doing YouTube. And it's really fun to do it too. But I'm undefeated against the trolls. I'm probably about 189-0 against the trolls. I have never been defeated, and I don't think I ever will be. Peete, folk are miserable, so they want to make other people feel bad. The problem is, Grace, they can't make me feel bad. They can try as hard as they want to make me feel bad. It's not going to work. So, all right, here we go. 1st and 10. And Duke picks up about 6 yards on the play there. It's going to be second and about 5. They say 5 yards. 2nd and 5. Inside of 5 minutes now, clock running in the first half. Duke hands the ball off. Excuse me. Oh, my God. I'm getting sick. So it's going to be 3rd and short. The reason they got rid of Clowney is because the money. It's a money issue. I also know he really didn't get along with Bill O'Brien. But I think it's a money issue. He's not real reliable as far as staying healthy, and he wants top dollar. So I think it was a money issue. All right, 3rd and 2. This is a big 3rd down for Duke. You got to convert this. Offsides. That's offsides. What are they going to say? What are they going to call this? Where's the flag at? Where's the? I saw the offsides before it even happened. Thank you. Did anybody else see that other than me, or am I seeing things here? That looked like an offsides to me. Anyway, Duke's going to punt. Fair catch at the 33-yard line. 1st and 10, Alabama. There's plenty of time left in this for Alabama to score another touchdown. So if you're Duke, at this point, you just don't want Alabama to get another touchdown before the half is over. Al was always good team, but we've had some bad coaches. That's every team. What's up, Cody? Cody Lackney from the Cat Chronicles. Everybody go check my man out, Cody. If you're an NFL fan, especially if you're a Carolina Panthers fan, those guys have a great YouTube channel and podcast going on over there. And he's one of the best followers on Twitter, too. I love his tweets. What's up, Pigskin Pete? Happy College Football Saturday. Go Tigers. That's what I'm talking about. Dondre Crawford coming through with a super chat. $2 says, what is good? What is good with you, Dondre? Dondre, let me ask you this, man. What are you most looking forward to today? Since our Tigers are already done playing on Thursday night. Which game today are you looking most forward to? I'm looking forward to a bunch of them. I'm looking forward to seeing how Georgia looks. I mean, all the top teams, right? So, I mean, I'm looking forward to see how Auburn and Oregon look. I'm really looking forward to that game tonight. Arkansas 10-3 over Portland State. Oh, Lord. Arkansas is going to have a rough year. DeGoat Watson, the answer to that is Auburn's defensive line. That's an easy question. Defense wins championships. I don't care what people say. That's never going to change. They can change offenses and do air raids and all kind of different types of spread systems all they want to. Defense wins titles. Yeah, Florida State's still Florida State. Unfortunately for Florida State fans, that seems to be a reality. Ten blocks from Portland State. So CE is all the way out in Oregon. Clemson will have their hands full against Texas A&M. I agree. Yeah. But guess who else will have their hands full? Texas A&M will have their hands full against Clemson. I promise. What's the score of that game, Cody? The Stanford and Northwestern game. I need like a scoreboard ticker at the bottom of my screen so I can keep up with that stuff. All right, 1st and 10, Alabama. Complete over the middle. Breaks a tackle. And he's taken down right at the first down marker. We'll see where they spot it. They're going to spot it about a yard short, I think. I mean, 2nd and short, 2nd and 1. The clock is running. 3 minutes left in the first half here. Okay, it's still 0-0. Lance Lowe, I think 1. That's always my prediction. I never predict an undefeated team. 2nd and 1. Oh, he's tripped up short of the first down. Good defensive play there by Duke. So it's going to be 3rd and 1. 2 minutes and 35 seconds left, clock running. Both teams still have all of their timeouts, which is weird. You rarely see an entire first half go by without any timeouts, I mean. That's odd. I got you. All right, 3rd and 1. Oh, taken down for a 5-yard loss. Big time defensive stand there by the Duke Blue Devils. 4th and about 6 now. So there's... Why are they not calling a timeout here? Call a timeout. Finally, they call a time. They let 6 seconds run off the clock. If you're Duke, you're looking to do something to get some points on the board before the half. You got enough time to do it. So the clock is still running. Why are they not calling a timeout? Are they out of timeouts? Did I miss something? Fair catch at the 18. Is Duke out of timeouts? It must be. I thought those 3 blue dots meant they had 3 timeouts. I guess it means they don't have any left. Hell, I don't know. No, they do have timeouts though. There's been no timeouts so far in this game. No, they don't play Duke, Aaron. They play North Carolina out of the Coastal, and they play Georgia Tech out of the Coastal. Well, they've already played Georgia Tech. No, they don't play Duke. None taken, Lou, Patton. The reality here is people act like that Clemson can't lose a football game. Of course they can. If Texas A&M wins the game, it's not. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, listen. I think Clemson is a better team than Texas A&M, but Everybody loses games to teams that are not as good as them. It's just the way college football goes. But I guarantee you one thing. If the game is even close, there'll be a whole group of Clemson fans out there crying and whining and talking about how, oh, God, our season's over. We didn't beat them by 80 points. People are delusional as hell, man. All right, so North Carolina is at 1st and goal. Over here, it's 13-3, South Carolina over North Carolina, with about 3 minutes left in the first half here. That's right at the spread line that I bet on. I bet 10.5. It's at 10 right now. Of course, Cody, that's just the way it is. It's hard to go undefeated. I don't care who you are. 2nd and 1. Or 2nd and goal. North Carolina. And good defense by South Carolina. We can go back to the Duke game here. All right, Duke runs the ball up the middle. Big time run play on 1st and 10. He gets all the way down. Looks like it's going to be 2nd and 1 or 2. They're playing really quickly. Clock's running 1 minute and 8 seconds. 2nd and 2. Back to pass. Throws it deep. And he caught it. He caught it. I don't know how he caught that. 1st and 10. So there's 56 seconds here. Look at this catch. Wow. I just missed that play. I was reading the chat. That was a hell of a catch. Look at this. Duke quarterback that transferred from LSU. I don't know about that. Is he? You confused me there because, this is a stat that I've heard that I couldn't even believe this stat when I heard it. Nobody under David Cutcliffe, since he's been the head coach at Duke, has ever transferred out early. Not a single player. That's an amazing stat. Now, as far as taking transfers in, I don't know. I would imagine that they've had people transfer in, but he's never had anybody transfer out before. All right. 2nd and 8 from the 34-yard line. Another deep pass down the left side. He's open. Interference. Bad interference call. Actually, good interference call for Alabama because that would have been a touchdown. But that was a flagrant. That was an easy call. He basically tackled the receiver there. See, the difference between college and NFL rules, if this was the NFL, that would have been spotted on the 1-yard line. But it's not, so they're only going to get 10 yards out of it. So that's the reason I say it was a good penalty on Alabama's part, because it's better to give up 10 yards than a touchdown. No, the receiver is allowed to come back for the ball. You can't impede him from doing that. All right, over the middle, complete, inside the 20. And, that was an awkward tackle there. They're running very quickly. He's taken down at the 15. Timeout, Duke. Why does Duke wait until there's 20? They let 30 seconds run off the clock after that last possession with Alabama, and now they're taking timeouts now. I get more pissed off about clock management than I do about anything else. Yeah, the quarterback for Duke looks tough. Right. Yeah, no, it's not. I didn't think it was. That's why I was confused. I think this guy's a redshirt freshman. He's either a redshirt freshman or a sophomore, I think. Well, it felt like 30 seconds. No, it was a lot more. I watched about at least 15 seconds run off the clock after the last possession. All right, second down and 7. There's 29 seconds here from the 16-yard line. Duke, quarterback keeps it, runs at the middle, breaks a tackle, runs a little bit more, and he's gonna pick up about 4 or 5. So Duke takes their final timeout. It's gonna be 3rd and 3 from about the 12-yard line. It looks like. Look, at the very least, listen. You got one play to get a touchdown here, right? And if you don't get it, you kick a field goal. But that's a win as far as I'm concerned. 14-3 at halftime is not bad if you're Duke. Yeah, they need to put pressure on Duke's quarterback. Duke's offensive line is actually playing pretty well today, considering who they're playing against. They're playing really well. If Georgia kills Vandy, the 2 SEC teams could swap in the poll if Bama keeps struggling. Yeah, that's what I said. What's up, Tiger Nate? Yeah, I said that earlier. All right. Here we go. 3rd and 3 from the 12. Back to pass. Throws it in the end zone. No, in the end zone was the wrong way to describe that. He threw it 10 yards out of the back of the end zone. What the hell was that? Unless he did it on purpose. You know what I almost consider? Well, I take that back. I was about to say run a fake field goal here and go for the gusto because you got to have some kind of miracle to beat Alabama if you're trying to do that. But on the other hand, I think maybe getting some points on the board is good because Duke gets the ball to start the second half. So, and he got it. So 14-3, the field goal is good. Delta Charlie's in the house. Hey, Duke's coming back. The spread is 33. Can Bama score in 11 seconds? I don't think they'll even try to. Sven, I can't even pronounce it. Kreutzberg says Duke is better than LSU. They scored on Bama. I don't know, man. Marco Polo says Bama's going to win 40-3. Bama might score more than 40, but I would say that Duke will score again. Maybe not a lot more, but they will. Hello from Germany. Hello to you, sir. With a name like Sven Kreutzberg, I can definitely tell you're German, but I'm glad to see you here. What time is it in Germany right now? What are they, like, what are they? Like 8 hours ahead of us? 6 hours ahead of us? Something like that. I know England's 5 hours ahead of us on the East Coast. So I'm assuming Germany is like 6 or 7 hours ahead of us. All right, so there you go. That's the end of the first half. Guys, look, I'm going to take a break during the half. If you need to take a break, do whatever you got to do. Walk the dog, go pee, grab a sandwich. I don't know what it is. I definitely got to take a break, though. So I'm not going anywhere, though. I'll be right back in about 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. All right, boys and girls, I'm back. Watching some of the highlights from earlier. Oh, I was doing that while I was cleaning my mom's basement. Since everybody knows that's where I live, here in my mom's basement. She doesn't let me out except for to pee and to eat. So I had to do that for her. Otherwise, she might have beaten me later. Before the second half starts here, I want to make sure everybody knows to go and check out howardsrock.net, especially if you're a Clemson fan, but anybody can do it. And Fanpride.zone. Go to howardsrock.net. Sign up for the free 7-day trial. You get a lot of me on there. We got articles. We got videos. We got NFL pools. We got NFL Survivor Leagues, NFL Pick'em Leagues. You can play against me. You can play against all the other members on there. You can play against other YouTubers. It's a good time over there. And, of course, this video and every video for the rest of the season is sponsored by betnow.eu. Visit the link in the description of this video. Click that link. Go deposit some money for a good cause, by the way. Hashtag Sam Strong. Bet on some college football. Use the promo code Peete, P-E-E-T-E, all caps. And that will give you a 100% bonus on your deposit. College Football Maniac says, Pigskin Pete, Gamecocks 15-0. Look, the Gamecocks are winning this game right now, but I wouldn't be too happy about the way they look. They're playing against a terrible North Carolina team, and they should be blowing them out, but they're not. How do you feel about it? I mean, listen, I'm biased, so how do you feel about the Gamecocks? You're the Gamecock fan. Let me know how you feel. I mean, you're happy? Are you disappointed? Are you somewhere in the middle? Arkansas beating Penn State, or no, not that Portland State. That's not Penn State. Yeah. So that looks like a good game. 7-0 over Northwestern. Anybody have any predictions for tonight? For all you guys who weren't on here at the beginning of the stream, I mentioned that I made a real bet with my money on Bet Now. I did a parlay bet, which is a sucker's bet. I know that, but I don't care. I bet on Georgia minus 22.5. So I bet on Georgia to cover the spread against Vanderbilt, and I also bet on Virginia minus 2.5 against Pitt. So I have to win both of those bets to win the parlay. So anybody have any predictions as far as any of the games tonight? The other big one, I was close to betting on Auburn and Oregon, but that one's too close of a spread, and I don't know that either one of those teams are going to look like, especially Auburn's offense and Oregon's defense. Duke has hot cheerleaders. Yeah. Sven says he thinks Oregon and Justin Herbert will beat Auburn by 14 points. Hey Sven, are you German or are you American but living in Germany? I mean, I'm assuming by your name that you're German, unless that's just a name you made up. But if you are German, I'm surprised that you follow college football that closely. Auburn and Oregon, I don't know who wins. It's too hard to predict. Exactly. That's why I didn't make a wager on that one. He says, I'm a real German. I guess as opposed to a fake German. Okay. That's just impressive. I mean, have you spent time in the States? First of all, you speak English really well, or type English really well. That's number one. Number two, the fact that you follow college football that closely is kind of surprising being in Germany. So you must have some experience in the States, I would imagine. What's up, Hound Dog? Just got home from Tennessee game. The Tennessee game's not over, is it? What happened with what's the score of Tennessee? Is that not even? What was the score? Oh, you left it to half. All right, that's what I thought. Why didn't you go over to the tap house and hang out with Catfish and Billy Ratliff and all them? They're all over there. I think they're live streaming from there right now. Hunter Johnson got benched for TJ Green. Is that real? Your son was at Mississippi State and you saw Prescott. Oh, I'm going to go back and read that. So you definitely have some experience with the states then. Yeah. Well, Arnold Schwarzenegger was not German. He was Austrian. I'm full of more useless facts than I am useful facts, and that's one of them that I do know. What, did Tennessee not look good? Hound Dog, is that what you're upset about? Pigskin, come on, man. I'm Egyptian, and I follow college football close. Even forced my wife to follow it with me. But to go, Watson, you went to Clemson, sir. So you went to college in the States. But let's be real. To go, Watson, how many people in Egypt right now are watching college football that are Egyptian? There's not many. All right, so we got the beginning of the third quarter here. (14-3) Alabama. Duke gets the ball first here. So see what they can do. Oh, I didn't. Sorry, Aaron. I can barely read. I can barely talk. It's amazing that I can even put a show on for you today. That's how irrelevant I am. All right, so it looks like a touchback. 1st and 10 from the 25. Duke's going to take over here. Egyptian knows college football is a sport. They just think it's, well, I'm not going to say what you said. They think it's men touching each other. Yeah. That's funny. You have tailgates for the NFL in Germany? That's cool. I want to go to Germany so bad. I want to go to Europe so bad. That's definitely one place I want to go, though, is Germany. And a lot of other places, too. All right, 1st and 10. We have an empty backfield, and there's going to be a delay of game. How do you get a delay of game on the first play of the second half? You got to be kidding me. Uh-oh. I think I just messed up the chat here. I just erased my chat. All right, there it is. Europe, not big fans of Americans right now. Yeah, well. All right, 2nd down and 12 from the 23. Pass over the middle, complete to the tight end. Big time play. He picks up about 25 yards on the play. 1st and 10, Duke Blue Devils. That was a good play there. From the 44-yard line, 1st and 10. Back to pass. Throws it deep down the right side. Almost caught it. I thought he caught it, but he didn't. So good defense there by Alabama. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. They have drug rooms in the Netherlands. Any drug you need. Yeah, I would like to go to the Netherlands, but not for that reason. Do I think that UGA can beat Bama with Jake Fromm? I think they can. They almost did last year. And the year before. 2nd and 10. And they hand the ball off. Nope, we kept it. Well, he should have handed it off. He would have picked up a lot more yardage than the quarterback did. Anyway, he picked up about 2. 3rd and 8. Yes, Cody, I said that earlier. Duke's offensive line and defensive line are actually both playing pretty good in this game. All right, 3rd and 8. Back to pass. Throws it. It's complete. Spin move. 1st down. Did you see? That was a hell of a play. It was, first of all, it was almost intercepted. And then he made a great play and a good juke move after the catch to pick up the 1st down. Look at that. That ball was tipped. That should have been a pick. That's really a mistake on Alabama's part. That should have been a pick. 1st and 10. Back to pass. He almost got hit. Throws it deep. He threw it way overthrew the receiver there. He got rattled. They almost knocked the ball out of his hand when he was passing it. And they are doing a hurry-up offense here. They're trying to keep Alabama on their heels. Second and 10. Again, complete over the middle for a short gain. I think it's going to be 3rd and 6 or so. I don't like these third, 3rd and 8. This is the situation Duke keeps putting himself in, is these 3rd and longs. You're not going to convert those that much of the time, especially against Alabama. You got to get closer. Complete again to the same guy, but they hit him immediately, taken down about 3 yards short of the first down. What do you do here? I don't know. Oh, he's hurt. That's not looking good. He's in pain. That does not look good. That guy's been balling. It looks like one of their key offensive players, too. That's not good for Duke. I hope he's okay. The tight end is a big-time position for David Cutcliffe. It always has been. No, it's not the quarterback. I think it's definitely too long for a kick unless they've got a really good kicker. But if not, I don't know. I wouldn't punt it here, man. I'd go for it. Listen, you're down 14-3. You're playing Alabama. Sometimes you got to take chances in games like this, and that's just the way I feel about it. If I was them, I'd go for it. What do you have to lose? You're probably going to lose the game anyway. If you convert it and end up getting either a field goal or a touchdown out of it, that's a huge win. There's really not much to lose by going for it here, unless you turn the ball over. Dennis Wilson in the house. How you doing? Now, for all you guys out there, I don't have any in the chat right now, but most of the time, I have tons of trolls in here. This is the epitome of a quality troll. Dennis Wilson. He's the only one on my YouTube channel that I've ever made a moderator who was a troll. And the reason is because he knows how to do it. So everyone should take notes from him. Although he hasn't said anything trolling today, but he will. Just wait a minute. I promise. Yes, trolls take notes. Learn from Dennis Wilson. He's a master at it. I know all about O.J. Howard, sir, Aaron. Believe me. How about, why don't you ask Alabama about Jordan Leggett? Because he destroyed you guys in the 2016 national championship game. If it weren't for that amazing catch he made on that final drive, Alabama probably would have won that game. But they didn't. Pete, what does Duke have to lose? To lose 41-3 or 21-3 is normal, but to beat them would be the end of Bama's playoff dreams. I don't think that's necessarily the case. I think Bama could lose this game and still make the playoffs. They would have to win out, though, because they have to play Georgia still. They still have to play LSU. They still have to play Auburn. So they have quality wins. I think, first of all, they could lose any game. An 11-1 SEC title champ is going to make the playoffs. So. All right, here we go. 4th and 3. They're going for it. I like this. Come on. From the 37. Complete. Oh, I don't think he got it. Fumble. He's down, though. He's short. Oh, my God, that was so close. Yeah, turnover on downs. That's the second time, but I still liked it going for it. They had nothing to lose there. I mean, yeah, you got to stretch that ball out. Oh my God, that was so close. Look at that. Look at where the ball is right there. He's short. He's about a half yard short. I still like it. 1st and 10. Alabama takes over from the 35. Tua running for his life. He gets hit. Throws it. Complete to Judy. He's going to be about a yard short of the first down. That was a good play by Tua. He almost got sacked for a big loss. (28-14) Boston College over Tech. I'm not surprised. All right, from the 43, 2nd and 2. Hand the ball off. He's going to get a first down easily. He's taken down. 1st and 10. That's the key with Tua, man. He doesn't do good under pressure. But if he gets the ball out quickly, or he's got 2 or 3 seconds to throw the ball, he's deadly. You just can't give him time. 1st and 10. Complete over the middle to the tight end for about 7 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 3. Virginia Tech is in rebuild mode. Hell, they've been rebuilding for 4 years. Justin Fuente's been there for 4 years. And they should be out of rebuild mode by now. They're not any better than they were before he got there. 2nd and 3. Hands the ball off. And he's being pressured in the backfield. He fights, and I think he picks up the first down. That was a hell of a second effort there. He does. First down. And we got some chippiness. We got a fight going on here. There's a flag. Who's this going to be against? These guys got their helmets off. I'll tell you one thing. I don't know who started the fight or who the penalty's on, but neither one of these head coaches are going to play that. Cutcliffe is no nonsense, and so is Saban. So we'll see what happens here. Oh, that's definitely going to be against Duke. What was that guy doing? That was dude, you can't do that. They kicked him out of the game. I'm surprised to see that from a Duke player. Seriously. You don't see Duke do stuff like that normally. Dude, you just got kicked out of the game and you're trying to hype the crowd up? Oh my God. I've seen it all now. (13-6), North Carolina, South Carolina. All right. Tua throws the ball. Judy almost makes the one-handed catch. Incomplete. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Look, if you're Duke, you're not going to win the game anyway, most likely, but you're still within 11 points right now in the second half. You can't be just giving Alabama free yards. That's a death sentence. 2nd and 10. Tua, screen pass to Judy, complete. You got to make that tackle, dude. First down, Alabama. Judy is deadly after the catch. He's so fast. You got to make that tackle, dude. All right, 1st and 10 from the 11. Judy again. That's going to be a touchdown. Watch this. Look at that. Judy is beasting out there. That's beast mode. Uh-oh. Looks like he might be shooken up. Uh-oh. He's not getting up. That's not good. Yeah, that's not good. I hope he's okay. I'll tell you what, though. I already have respect for how great of a player he is, but he is just, he's tough, too. All right, good. He's getting up. He must have just got, like, the wind knocked out of him or something. That's probably what it was. Yeah. He took a couple of big hits there. No, he doesn't have a quad injury. I don't think it's his leg. I don't know what it is. I mean, he ran off the field. He wasn't limping. All right, so 1st and goal from the 1. All right, so Duke's starting to come apart at the seams here. What was that? Did they have a flag for having 18 players on the field? Because that's what just happened. Yeah, I don't know, man. Marco Polo, that's very un-Duke-like. They're usually pretty good about that stuff. I think they're shaking right now. All right, so 1st and goal again from the 1-foot line. And he's going to be stopped short on the run up the middle. Good defensive play by Duke. 2nd and goal. I'm going to give credit to Duke. Their defensive line is doing very, very well against the run today. Not so hot against the pass, but really good against the run. Second and goal. Fake. Wide open tight end. Touchdown, Alabama. Yeah, Delta Charlie, I'm with you, dude. You don't usually see Duke be undisciplined like that under David Cutcliffe. That's very rare. Everyone's saying game over. Somebody played taps for Duke. Real McCoy says Bama doesn't impress him. I don't know whether you should. I'm not overly impressed with Alabama because of who they're playing. I think I'm more impressed with Duke than I am disappointed with the way Alabama's playing. If I'm an Alabama fan, you got to give it to Duke. I mean, halfway through the 3rd quarter, it's 21-3. That's much closer than most people thought it was going to be. Yeah, let me change it over to that game real quick. Yeah, Duke is a good team. They just don't have the they don't. I mean, they don't have the players to compete with somebody like Alabama, but they are a good team. All right, looks like 3rd and 3 from the 5-yard line for North Carolina. Oh, I thought that was an interference. 13-6. This is a good game. What are they going to do? Is anybody watching this? The North Carolina South Carolina game. Anybody watching that? This is a much closer game. North Carolina is attempting a short field goal here, and if they get it, it'll be 9-13. They got it. Oh God. Oh, the Gamecocks. There's something else, man. If North Carolina wins that game, I'm going to laugh so hard. I'll have at least a week of nonstop YouTube content if South Carolina loses that game. Billy says, I'm impressed with Duke, but I'm proud of our guys. The University of Alabama has had to go through injuries and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Well, that's because you're a realistic fan, sir. You don't expect Alabama to beat everybody by 80 points every time they line up on the field. What's up, Hi? Hi. I was about to say, dude, you set yourself up for that one with Florida. All right, here we go. The game is back on. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. 8.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Duke's got the ball. 21-3, Bama. Screen pass, and he's going to pick up. Well, he's not going to pick up. He fumbled the ball. Did they get turnover? Yeah. Turnover. Alabama's got the ball, and Duke's player is hurt. I think he might have got knocked out. Dude. Yeah, it's definitely a fumble, and it's definitely a recovery. Well, what's up, Hound Dog? What's the score with Tennessee? Tennessee's losing? Oh, my God. You got to be kidding me. They're losing again. Who are they playing? Georgia State? Oh, wow. Yeah, I thought Duke would score more than 3 points. I do. I still think they will. But, yes, Duke is unraveling. My phone is blowing up. It's probably with people talking about South Carolina and North Carolina. How much time is left in that game? It's got to be like the third quarter, right? Tennessee 21-17 over Georgia Southern. Somebody else is saying 21-17 the other way around. All right, Georgia State. Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, Tennessee better find a way to come out with a win. Even if it's close, they need to win the game. Yeah, right. Yeah, South Carolina plays in the SEC. That means they're good. Feaster just got taken down for a big loss. Yeah, that game's not over. Halfway through the third quarter, Tennessee has plenty of time. Feaster again. If South Carolina loses to North Carolina, is Feaster going to regret going to South Carolina? I don't pull for the Vol. I could care less about the Vols. I don't care. I don't have any allegiance to them whatsoever. Penalty against South Carolina. Man. All right, so back to the Alabama game. 2nd and 10. They just missed their incomplete pass on first down. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. From the 28-yard line. 8 minutes and 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Hand the ball off. And he's going to pick up the first down and more. Najee Harris inside the 15-yard line. 1st and 10, Alabama. Is Charleston as beautiful as people say? Yes, it is. It's extremely beautiful. Offsides by Duke. Another penalty. Yes, King Street is the hot spot for the nightlife for sure. And it's it's one of the most iconic streets in America, really. All right, 1st and 5. Tua back to pass, complete for a touchdown to Smith. At this point, the game probably is over for sure now. I would still like to see Duke somehow manage to cover the spread for personal purposes. Yeah, they can't stop Alabama's offense at this point. Let's see here. That's what I say, man. If Tua's got an open passing lane, he's going to hit it every time. Only way to stop him is to keep him under pressure. That's it. Look. When he makes this pass, there's 7 yards between him and the nearest defender. He's going to win that battle every single time. What's up, Itachi? I'm just going to call you Itachi. I can't pronounce that last name. What's up, sir? I'm sure if you're here, you're amazing and fantastic. Otherwise, you would not be here. Aaron Short says, Georgia fans, if any in here, do you know Devontae Smith right? All right, here we go. 7.5 minutes left, and Alabama's kicking it off. I didn't even see where he kicked that. Out of bounds, I guess. Yeah, it was in the 1800s, David. We're way overdue for another big one. We're on a huge fault line here. We haven't had a major earthquake in a very, very long time. Well, 150 years or so. Stanford's beating Northwestern 10-0. All right, Duke back. Throws it deep. Almost intercepted. I'll tell you one thing. That quarterback for Duke is throwing it into some really sketchy situations. He's really confident. Overconfident. David, hold on. There's a flag on the play, but Duke picks up about 2 yards. We'll see who that's against. I'm guessing it's going to be a hold from the it might have been defensive holding. The flag came from the defensive side of the ball. Chop block against Duke. David says, let's just skip the inevitable and play the Alabama versus Clemson. I don't know about that. I think there's probably 4 or 5 other teams that have something to say about that, David. Second and 22. Big time run. He picks up about, maybe 10 or 11. It's going to be third and something. Third and 10. Why? When you're down 28-3, you're going to run the ball on third and 10. They must not want to win the game. I'm about to turn the channel over here to South Carolina, North Carolina for now. Did they just score a touchdown? Last time I checked, it was 13-9. The punt is up. Alabama with a fair catch. First and 10, Alabama. There's a flag on the play. Again. Who's this against? This might be against Alabama. It was a holding after the reception. So Alabama still got the ball. UCF's not winning a national championship. You can put them in the playoffs all you want. They're going to get smoked. Sorry. Tyler Brinkley. Good afternoon. I'll be right back, folks. All right, I've changed over to games here. I'll change it back to the Duke game. If Alabama scores another touchdown on this drive, I might just switch the stream to the South Carolina North Carolina game just because it's closer and more interesting. So, all right, 2nd and 10. Complete. Big time second and third effort by Alabama. 1st and 10, Alabama. Ohio State looked good today, but I mean, what are we going off of here? They were playing FAU, so, but they did look good. First and 10, Alabama. Hand the ball off. He's going to be taken down at the line of scrimmage. He might have picked up a yard there. 2nd and 9. Somebody just said Georgia and Alabama will both make the playoffs. Marco Polo, I disagree. I don't think that there will be two teams. We've seen it happen before, but it's more likely to not happen than to happen. It is, of course, it's possible, but I don't know. Second and 9 from the 25. Tua over the middle, complete. Big time play by Waddle. 1st and 10. At this point, Tua is just having a field day right now. Oh, sorry. I see what you wrote now. All right, so from the 46, 1st and 10. Tua escapes a sack, and he runs for it, and he gets all the way up. He picks up about 5 after he ran about 20 yards to pick up 5. 2nd and 4. I don't know. That game's in Tuscaloosa. I'll take Alabama. Got another Duke player down. Looks like he has I don't know, cramp or something. Duke should have brought the Tua tent with them. Second and 4. There's 3 minutes and 10 seconds here in the third quarter. Alabama's moving the ball with no problem. Hand the ball off. And he's going to run through about 2 tackles, pick up a first down. 1st and 10, Alabama. At this point, Duke is just demoralized. They can't even tackle anybody. This is what somebody said earlier, like in the first quarter, is eventually Alabama's just going to wear Duke down, and they won't be able to stop them. And that's exactly what's happening right now. Good defense there. David Easterwood says 5 best teams: Bama, Clemson, Georgia, Ohio State, and Oklahoma. Yeah. Preseason, and that might be true. I think Oregon's going to keep it closer than people think. Oregon is my dark horse to make the playoffs. So I'm sticking by that until I see different. Tua over the middle again. Big time pass to Judy. 1st and 10, Alabama. This is about to be At what point do you take Tua out? Do you score one more touchdown and take him out, or what? I mean, AB says Auburn 22, Oregon 19. Touchdown Alabama. That was Jerry Jeudy. So at this point, assuming Alabama makes the extra point, 35-3, that's a 32-point difference. It will have to stay that way till the end of the game, or Duke's going to have to score or something to for Alabama to not cover. Miami is not a dark horse team in the playoffs, sir. Sorry. If Miami ended up making the playoffs here, that would be the biggest turnaround in the history of all sports. Playing from the way that they played against Florida until making the playoffs. But I do think Miami still has a very good chance to win the Coastal. They ain't beating Clemson, though. Yeah, I agree, Marco Polo. Everyone's hyping up Utah, and they're a good team, but they're definitely not playoff caliber, like people are saying. Not even close. All right, 35. I'm going to go ahead and change the quarter as well because I don't feel like coming back and doing it later. So you call projecting ahead and being efficient. I think I'm about to abandon this game, guys. Is anybody with me on this? And I'm going to go over to the South Carolina game. Unless anybody has any ideas about what a better game than either one of those is. Is there another game that's on that's close? I think I'm going to stick with the South Carolina and North Carolina game for right now. It's close enough. It's only 11 points. Everybody cool with that? But I do want you guys to do me a favor. I'll flip back and forth. But let me know if there's a change in the score for Alabama and Duke just so I can change it on the screen for meaningless purposes. I can't abandon it because of my title. Yeah, well. People will figure it out. Hi says Virginia going 11-1 or 10-2. I think that's fair. I called it Bama versus Duke. Yes, I did. Yeah, I'm getting. I already changed the channel. I've got it on South Carolina and North Carolina. I wouldn't be politically correct to abandon. Well, then I'm definitely abandoning. Then I care less about being politically correct. I know. No, it didn't. CE, that's what you meant to say, sir. Don't lie. Big play by North Carolina. He picks up about 20 yards from the 2-yard line. 1st and 10, North Carolina. The real Carolina. Complete. Spin move. Another first down. The boys in blue are moving the ball. This game's already more exciting. It's only been 2 seconds I've been watching it. Duke is making a comeback, huh? Yeah, okay. All right. 1st and 10 from the 33. Big run up the middle for 9 yards. So in 3 plays, North Carolina just picked up about 40 yards. 2nd and 1. The ball is handed off. 1st down and more. Big lane across the 50. Inside the 40, down at about the 37. 1st and 10, North Carolina. I thought South Carolina was supposed to have a good defense this year. I thought Will Muschamp was supposed to be a defensive genius. Isn't that what everybody said? I tell you what, all jokes aside, South Carolina struggles with ACC schools. Period. They lost their last 2 against ACC schools by a total of about 8 touchdowns. 1st and 10, big time run again. Picks up about 9, 1st and 10. What is going on here? North Carolina looks like Alabama against Duke right now on this drive. They give the PEDs out after they beat Miami by 30 points. That's usually when that happens. That's the after game meal. Not before. It's usually after. Is Miami going to slap Clemson the same way they slapped Florida last week? I can't wait to see that. Hey, whose idea was it for that stupid... first of all, the turnover chain was already stupid, right? But whose idea was to give the offense the turnover rings? Oh, God. I've seen it all. Vodka Drinker says, are you live streaming the Auburn game? No, I'm not. I'll be watching it, though. I feel like shit right now. I mean, I'm coming down with a cold or something. If you can't tell, I'm coughing and sneezing and sniffling, and I feel like complete ass right now. So, I will be watching it, though. People in Portland hate college football. People in Portland hate everything, don't they? From what I see on the news. That's a whole nother conversation I'm not going to get into right now, though, because we don't talk about politics on here. But I've heard Portland's a beautiful area. Actually, the entire Pacific Northwest, that's somewhere I've never been. The only place I've been on the West Coast is California. But I've heard that Oregon and Washington are both beautiful, landscape. I'd like to make it out there. But I also don't want to get, maced by Antifa. I don't have to slap around some 13-year-old girly boys. That would not be a good trip. Yeah, well, that's true for most of the country, CE, really. Most college football fans in general are in rural areas. Yeah, really. I mean, there's not really a lot of great college football teams in big cities. That's just it's the way it's always been. That's what makes it different from the NFL. 2nd and 2. And finally, it looks like South Carolina makes a stop. No, they didn't. Take that back. 1st and 10. I didn't realize they just changed field position. So North Carolina's moving the ball big time. Throws it up deep. Oh, what an amazing catch. Did you see that? Touchdown, North Carolina. I'm knocking shit over here. So, you may as well go for 2 here, right? If you're North Carolina. Because a field goal an extra point doesn't do you any good. You'll still be 4 points down. You go for 2 here, see if they get it. Arkansas 10-6 over Portland State. Man, Arkansas they're bad, aren't they? I didn't even know Portland State was. I'm not even trolling right now or making a joke. I didn't even know Portland State was a college, and I'm a college football junkie. I didn't even know they had a football team. No, Miami's not playing Clemson this year, at least not in the regular season. If they win the Coastal, they will be. Otherwise, no. What's up, Hound Dog? Hound Dog is so disgusted with the Vols. He's taking showers during the game. He said just got out of the shower. Hey, where's the... Oh, well, I take that back. I was about to say, where's all my Gamecock subscribers at? But then I just realized I don't have any. Well, I do have some. I have a couple. But anyway. The Real McCoy with a $10 donation. Says, super chat because UNC made me spill my drink enjoying the show. Thank you, Real McCoy. You are the Real McCoy. And, by the way, you're also amazing and fantastic on top of that. Thank you for the donation, sir. Aaron Short, yeah, you missed. North Carolina just ran down the field like they were Alabama and embarrassed the Gamecocks and scored a touchdown. That's what you missed. Oh, my God. I swear, from the time that I got on the stream, I didn't feel very good then, but from that time till this time, I feel like complete ass. It's funny how that happens in that short of a time. All right, here they're going for 2. And they run the option. He keeps it, and they get it. 17-20. South Carolina, North Carolina. There's 14 minutes and 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. For anybody who's just joining me, if you see what's on the screen, it says I'm covering Alabama and Duke. Obviously, that game is over. So I switched over to a more entertaining game, and oh boy, is it entertaining, especially if you hate South Carolina. So that's the reason for that. I'll be back real quick. I got to get a tissue. I'm about to blow my nose. Did I miss anything? Touchdown, Georgia State. Are you kidding? You know I don't care about whether or not the Vols win, but I'll feel bad for my boy Catfish. And the rest of you Tennessee fans out there. Get a box of tissues if Clemson and Alabama meet up again this year. You'll need them. Yeah, you'll know. Why don't you send me the leftover box of tissues you had from last year after you cried for a week after Clemson blew out Alabama? I'll send you my address. You can just overnight them to me. 28-23. Oh, my God. I know this is about to sound weird, and it's going to sound like I'm being a complete optimist, but Georgia State's not bad. Like, well, never mind. Forget it. It sounded ridiculous when I just said it, too. But for a non-Power 5 team, Georgia State's a pretty good team. But listen, that's not an excuse, so I don't know why I said that. I was trying to make you feel better. But as soon as it came out of my mouth, I knew it was a terrible thing to say. It sounded stupid. Has Alabama scored 15 more times yet? Let's see. I don't know. BYU scored 50 versus the Vols. Billy, that's true. Billy said before the game that Alabama was going to lose. All right, so the Gamecocks receive, and he's tripped up about the 25, I think, there. So Alabama just scored again, huh? When are they going to take out? Oh, no, that's an old highlight. What are they? These guys are way behind. No, I can't. All right, the Gamecocks. Bentley keeper, and he picks up about, I don't know, 9 yards. Where the hell is the yellow line? Second and 1, South Carolina. Pretty much. Looks like a Feaster with a big run. First down, Feaster. He picks up about 7. Man, that makes me sick looking at him in that South Carolina uniform. I'm not going to lie. It doesn't even look right. Feaster again picks up about 2. Hey, look, South Carolina, according to the FBI, has the toughest schedule in the country. And North Carolina apparently is the toughest team that they played so far this year, according to the way it looks right now. Feaster up the middle again. Picks up about 3. It's going to be third down. Bentley passes it to Feaster. Feaster is short of the first down. About a yard. He really is the best player on that offense, isn't he? I'm not even kidding. I'm not even joking. If it weren't for Feaster, North Carolina might be winning this game by 2 touchdowns. Idaho might be behind 65-0, but they're still winning, getting one. He's talking about the spread. was that the spread was over 65 points? Is that right? All right, so 4th and 1, South Carolina from the 49-yard line is punting, and the punt is up. Fair catch at the 5. So there's 11 minutes and 43 seconds left in this game. Look at the South Carolina fans on the TV in the stands. Look at them. Oh, God. It never gets old. Even if they win this game, it's embarrassing. North Carolina is terrible. I tell you what, South Carolina might not make a bowl game this year. 6-7 wins, maybe if they're lucky, and they'll still keep Will Muschamp around because they owe him $30 million. Bunch of idiots. This guy wins 9 games one time, and they give him a 6-year extension. They get what they whatever happens to them is what they deserve to get. Oregon has the ugliest uniforms to ever exist. Which ones? They've got about 18 million different uniforms, so. Feaster is just one more way to twist it to the Gamecocks. Yeah. Has Duke even scored? What's going on with the other game? Has Duke scored at all? I'm guessing they haven't, or somebody would have told me. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the. I'm not a big fan of the Oregon uniforms either, to be honest. You know, that was something that Dabo Swinney said whenever he came to Clemson that was a problem, is that the players they spent more time caring about what uniform combination they were going to wear that week than they did about preparing for the game. So when he took over as head coach, he made it easy. There's like 3 different uniform combinations, and one of them can't happen until, the big time games at the end of the season. There's no orange pants until, it's do or die time till the end of the season. And everything else is either just, white pants and an orange jersey or all white. Or the one purple jersey during the military appreciation week. That's it. There's no thought that goes into the uniforms, so nobody has to worry about it. If these Oregon guys are sitting around worrying about their uniforms all week and not prepared for the game. I actually think they have cool colors, the yellow and the green, and they have a cool mascot, the duck. Why don't they just pick 3 unis and stick with that during the season? They don't need to have a different one every single week. It's ridiculous. Yeah, well, the Nike guy, does he care more about winning games, or does he care more about the way his uniforms look? Well, I'm guessing he cares more about the way his uniform looks since he's a clothing designer. That's probably the reason. North Carolina's not as bad as you make them out to be. Gamecocks just suck. You just contradicted yourself, King Jaffe. Either North Carolina's as bad as I say they are, or the Gamecocks suck. Or they can't be both. Here's the bottom line, dude. North Carolina won 2 games last year. 2 games. That's 1 less than 3 and 1 more than 1. And what many people say was the weakest conference in football last year. So this South Carolina should be blowing North Carolina out, right? They're an almighty SEC team. I just missed a big play. I was flipping around. So, 1st and 10, North Carolina. There's 10 minutes and 24 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Tennessee fumbles. Oh, my gosh. Jeremy Pruitt might be hung at Town Square tonight. 1st and 10. And he escapes the sack. He rolls out to the right, throws it. Oh, my God. What was that? Did he catch that? He did. I didn't even think he caught that. 1st down, North Carolina. That was an amazing catch and throw. Look at this. Oh, right through the defender's hands. That was an amazing catch. 1st and 10. Screen pass. Good blocking. He's got some running room. And he trucks the South Carolina defender. Taken down right at the 1st down marker there. Man, South Carolina is pitiful, bro. I'm not even saying North Carolina is terrible, but I mean, this is pitiful. From the 25-yard line, a reverse. He's got running room. He picks up about 9 yards. Then this looks like Alabama against Duke. Is anybody else watching this game, or am I just the only one narrating it? Is anybody watching this? The way this looks, it looks like Clemson playing against the Citadel or something. The second half, North Carolina has 248 yards to 148 to, or 100 something. 2nd and 1 from the touchdown, North Carolina. Let's go. North Carolina takes the lead. What was that? 7 plays, 95 yards in 3 minutes. Oh, it's going to be a long week for Pigskin Pete on YouTube. If this ends up going the way I hope it goes. Still a lot of time left in the game, so I'm not going to celebrate too much yet. But still, the extra point is good. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. 24-20, North Carolina over South Carolina. I did take North Carolina with the points, so they're definitely going to cover the spread, so I already won that bet. They might win the game, too. Bro, a college football maniac. I love you, sir, but you're losing to North Carolina in the fourth quarter. Just in case you didn't realize that. I'm letting you know right now. Bama only real flaw under Saban is inconsistent field goal kickers. I don't know the answer to that, vodka drinker, but I know there's some people in here that probably do know the answer to that. It goes back a long time. I've heard it before. I just can't remember what it is. Believe me, I can barely remember what I did yesterday. I got you, King Jaffe. I mean, it's just the funny thing is that this happens every year with South Carolina. Every year. is they're built up to be better than they are. And all they say is, oh, we got a tough schedule. We got a tough schedule. Well, you might have a tough schedule, but North Carolina is, I don't even think they're in the top 50 rankings. So South Carolina sucks. Again, it didn't even take one game to figure that out. Normally it takes 2 or 3 games to figure that out. They're awful. And here's the other thing I don't understand. I'm always right when it comes to South Carolina. I'm right more than the South Carolina fans are. Will Muschamp is not a good coach. When are people going to wake up and understand that Will Muschamp is not a good coach? It's not like he's a first-time head coach and there's no history. We have a history. We have a history. He had 1 good season at Florida, 2 terrible seasons at Florida. Got fired. He had 1 good season at South Carolina, 2 terrible seasons at South Carolina, and they give him an extension. And then they sit around and wonder why they suck now. And then they blame it on the conference. No, you're losing to every. You lost 28-0 to Virginia. You're losing to North Carolina. These are unranked teams. When are these people going to wake up? You know, I called into Mark Rogers the other night after the Clemson game. I called him. He had a live show at like 2 in the morning. And I called in to rant and rave about Michigan and about how Jim Harbaugh is the most overpaid coach in America. I take that back. Will Muschamp's the most overpaid coach in America. 'Cause at least Jim Harbaugh is winning 10 games a year. At the very least. I mean, they're both overpaid. Don't get me wrong, but. Hell, Gus Malzahn's way more successful than Muschamp's ever been. Hell, I mean, Gus Malzahn is the only coach that's currently coaching in the SEC as a head coach that's beat Nick Saban, and he's done it twice. Bentley back to pass. Awful pass. What was that? Who was he throwing that to? Second and 10. I can hear the sound of South Carolina fans unsubscribing as we speak. But actually, I'd only lose about 3 subscribers because they all hate me anyway. That's okay, though. All right, second and 10. 3-yard loss. 3rd and 13, I guess. I can't believe how terrible they are. I'm really in shock. Liberty and Syracuse tied at 0. Sack! I got news for you guys. Well, it's not breaking news. It's not fake news, not any of that kind of news. It's real news. And the real news is that the SEC East is terrible. You have Georgia. Look, Florida, I don't care. Unless that was just a complete fluke against Miami, they looked awful. Awful. And they were ranked at number 8 in the country. They're not even a top 20 team as far as I'm concerned, unless that was a total fluke. All right? That's one. South Carolina's awful. Okay? Who else in that conference is any good? I mean, in that division? Nobody. Missouri might be the second best team in that division. We haven't seen them play. We'll see them play tonight, I think, right? So that's it. Tennessee's losing to Georgia State or Georgia Southern or Georgia Directional School. I don't know which one it is. One of those 3. I mean, the SEC East is a complete dumpster fire right now. I mean, Georgia. Look, Georgia fans, you should be agree. I'm in the same boat, so I'm not throwing stones, living in a glass house type thing. It's Clemson and everybody else in the ACC. I get it, but right now, it's Georgia in the East and everybody else. There's nobody even close to them. And then the West, we'll see. I mean, we'll see what Auburn looks like tonight. I think LSU is going to be pretty good. A&M is going to be pretty good, but I still think A&M is another year or two away from building that program in Jimbo's image, or whatever you want to call it. All right, 1st and 10. And they hand the ball off. He's going to be taken down for a loss. 6 minutes and 45 seconds left here in this game. 24-20, North Carolina over South Carolina. Change the score to 42. Okay. Even though I'm not watching that game, I'll do it just for all the viewers out there. Because I'm a people pleaser. That's what I do the best. So you're telling me it's 42 to... Oh, wait, wrong one. 42-3? Is that the score? Jeez. I'd like to see Duke score a touchdown just so I can beat the spread. That'd be great. 42 to 30 or to 10 would be perfect, actually, for my bet. All right, here we go. It's 3rd and 8. North Carolina's got the ball inside of 6 minutes. Yeah, Clemson Carson, welcome to the show, sir. I'm watching the North Carolina South Carolina game right now because it's much more interesting. And the quarterback keeps the ball. He's got a wide open lane. He's going to get a first down and more. First down, North Carolina. On 3rd and 8. Is there a flag? There's a flag down. They're going to call holding on this, I think. Yeah, I think. That was a face mask on the offense. That's a personal foul. That's a big penalty there. Yeah, that was definitely a face mask. All right, so here we go. 3rd and 20. North Carolina's got the ball inside 5.5 minutes in the 4th quarter. Carolina with the lead. The real Carolina. You know, the blue ones, not the garnet ones. From the 15-yard line. Play action pass. And it's complete. Oh, it was a good throw and good catch, but he's about 2 yards short of the first down there. So I'm assuming, yeah, they're going to punt. If they're smart, they will. So Tennessee did lose then. First loss of season opener since 1983. Oh, my God. Creeper 198. What's good, Pete? Do you think it's going to be a rematch between Clemson and Alabama? I would have to say yes, but I think that as far as the SEC goes, there's at least maybe 2 other teams that can challenge Alabama, and then, of course, Georgia. So, I don't know. Alabama's definitely got a tougher road than Clemson does to get there. That's for sure. Yeah. I don't know. LSU's recruiting really well. Texas A&M's recruiting really well. So I wouldn't say all the good players are going to Alabama and Georgia. I mean, look at the rankings. A&M's in the top 10. LSU's in the top 10. So it's a lot of talent in that division. I expect that Syracuse should blow Liberty out. You know, Liberty was like the lowest ranked FBS team last year. So I don't care if they got Hugh Freeze or not. They shouldn't be beating Syracuse or even keeping it close. I am. I'm watching the South Carolina game right now. No, Batgirl, the St. Jude's Children's Hospital donations are funded by betnow.eu, not through me. And so if you play through them, if you make a deposit, at the end of the year, they're going to make a big donation to St. Jude's. That's not through my Super Chat. I'm glad you asked me, though, to clear that up for anybody else who is wondering, because I don't want to mislead people. Yeah, the whole contest with Bet Now between me and the other content creators, that's all put together by Catfish from the Volunteer Roadshow, because for you guys that don't know, his young son, has leukemia. And so that's the reason he's doing that. Now, also, any profits, whether it's through subscriptions or advertising or otherwise, on the Howard's Rock site, on the Volunteer Roadshow site, and on the Fanpride.zone site, 10% of any proceeds through any of those websites goes directly to St. Jude's. That's something that we've are very clear about and very adamant about too. Duke is almost ready to make a comeback. Yeah. I kind of want to pile on Tennessee, but I'm not going to do it because it's like kicking, an injured animal or something, which I would never do. So it's, at this point, I kind of feel bad for him, actually. Here we go. 1st and 10. Bentley back to pass. Incomplete. Duke could beat Tennessee. Yeah, of course they could. All right, so there's 4 minutes and 18 seconds left here in the game. 2nd and 10, South Carolina's got the ball. He's being pressured. Bentley flushes out to the right. He's rolling around. He gets hit, and he runs out of bounds after about a 4-yard gain there, I think. Maybe 4 or 5 yards. The clock is inside 4 minutes now. 3rd and 7. This is huge. This is the play of the game right here for South Carolina. I mean, sacked! No, he got out of it. Throws it deep. Down the field. What was that? Oh, you stupid son of a bitch. They just gave it to him. Interference call on North Carolina. I mean, what are you doing? Turn around and catch the ball. Yeah. That was a huge mental mistake by the North Carolina defender. Just gave them a first down. The game was about to be over. It was about to be over. This is the thing I hate about the way that college defenses are trained to just go and put your hand up in the receiver's face instead of turning around and catching the ball. They don't do that in the NFL. They train you to turn around and bat it down or intercept the ball. In college, they just tell you, just stick your hand up. But don't run into them like a train when you're doing it. 1st and 10. Bentley keeps it. He's taken down after a yard gain. The clock is running inside 3.5 minutes. 24-20, North Carolina over South Carolina. I'm about to have a heart attack over here. Clock is running 2nd and 8. Bentley throws it deep down the right sideline. Overthrows the receiver. 3rd and 8. And I'm going to tell you what, that was Edwards, who's a really good receiver. That's Bentley's fault. He overthrew him. He was open. He was open enough to catch it. And if he would have caught it, that probably would have been a touchdown. Bentley's I'll give him credit. He's a gamer, and he's tough and all that, but he's not real accurate. Or not consistently accurate, anyway. Batgirl coming through with a $5 super chat. I think I might know who that is. Bentley, back to pass. He's hit as he throws it. Intercepted by North Carolina. Game over, folks. Two minutes and 48 seconds left. How many timeouts does South Carolina have left? It looks like they still got all of them. So it's not technically over, but I don't know. There's a flag on the play. I think it might be after the look at these nerds. These South Carolina fans on the sideline. Thank you, Batgirl. You're amazing, and you're fantastic at the same time. Yeah. If I told you who Batgirl was, you wouldn't even believe me. Uh... 43 to Peete, 42 to 3. Is that the final score, Aaron? Face mask against South Carolina. That game is, I think it's over. It's going to be a long ride back to Columbia, boys. Unbelievable. Tulia played. You said that Tua's brother got to play. Ole Miss is pathetic. South Carolina's pathetic. From what I could tell so far, Florida's pathetic. Who else we got in there that's pathetic? I don't know. All of them. Oh, Tennessee. Yeah, they're pathetic too. Vodka drinker. Thank you, sir. And I think he purposely sent 666, which is very, very evil, but I'll take it. South Carolina and Ole Miss go down. Give Uncle Lou hell. Well, I don't think Uncle Lou cares, but I'll give the SEC hell. I used to join in on the Sports Fury chat, but now I'm usually watching the Entertainer and Mr. Bad Dog and Uncle Lou. Awesome. Why'd you give up on the Sports Fury, guys? But I'm glad you're here. Thank you, Batgirl. Those are all good people. I kind of agree with Billy Dawson there. I know it's painful to lose against whoever it was, directional school you lost against or losing against, but you can't give the guy just 1 year and one game. The same thing goes for Taggart at Florida State. They might not be the guy, but you can't decide that after 1 year. You know. But meanwhile, Muschamp's been at South Carolina for 4 years now, and he's doing what he normally does and doing what he does best, losing to ACC teams. And on the other hand, you have Mack Brown. Mack Brown has been sitting on the couch of his house for the past 10 years watching college football. He comes back for one game and beats the Gamecocks. That's a real coach, folks. That's what a real coach looks like, Mack Brown there on the sideline, not Will Muschamp. Big difference between the two. All right, well, anyway, this game's not over yet either. So it's 4th down. There's still plenty of time left for South Carolina. There's 2 minutes and 34 seconds left, and it's 4th down for North Carolina, so they're going to punt it. And it's only a 4-point game. So I don't even care. Look, if South Carolina comes back and wins this game in the next 2 minutes, they still suck. So it's a win-win for Peete. They're either going to lose, which would be amazing, or they're going to win by a small margin, and that would still mean South Carolina sucks. So either way, I win. I win every time against the Gamecocks. I'm undefeated. That's a good punt. And he's going to pick it up. You gotta tackle the guy. That's a good return. So now they're inside the they're down to about the 35-yard line. That was bad special teams play. This is really probably the most exciting game of the year, though. I mean, of the year, of the year, of the week, which is this year. All right, so here we go. 1st and 10, 2 minutes and 19 seconds left from the 36. Complete on a slant. 1st down, South Carolina. See, here's the thing. Right now, a field goal does South Carolina no good. They've got to get a touchdown here if they want to win this game. So, 1st and 10. Bentley, empty backfield. Throws it over the middle again. Oh, look at that. He had a touchdown, and he just airmailed it. This is why Bentley is no good. How do you do that? Oh, man, if I was a Gamecock right now, I'd be so pissed. Actually, I'd be pissed if I was a Gamecock every day because I'd be a Gamecock. But I'd be really pissed right now. Second and 10. Throws it into the end zone. Turn around, you stupid. Oh, you airmailed it again. Bentley is way, way off. All right, so here we go. 3rd and 10. There's 1 minute and 55 seconds left. Bentley is just way off, man. A potato, yeah. Third and 10, here we go. Bentley back to pass again. Intercepted, game over. Oh my God. Bentley sucks. Hey, I wait till you see what happens on social media tonight. Bentley is going to get crucified by Gamecock fans. Crucified. So, well, there you guys have it. The almighty Gamecocks are 0-3 against their last 3 ACC opponents. Now, granted, one of those was Clemson. The other 2 were Virginia and North Carolina. Let that sink in for a second. The next South Carolina fan that comes in the chat or on any of my streams or in my comment section and tells me how hard their schedule is and that's why they suck so much is going to get a big, I'm slapping them. A virtual slap or whatever. Hell, they can come over to the house. I'll slap them here if they want to. I don't want to hear any of that crap anymore. If you can't take care of the bottom dwellers in the ACC, then I want to hear about how tough your schedule is. Yeah. Uncle Lou's going to have a field day with the entire East. And look, I said this before the season started. I really believe that Missouri and Georgia are probably the 2 best teams in the East. And so far it's looking that way. So, yeah, there's no way. Look, South Carolina might not have made a bowl game even if they did win this game. They're definitely not making one now. Who are they going to beat on their schedule? Well, them and Tennessee might be a good game. They're going to lose. Most likely going to lose to Florida. They're going to get their brains beat in by Georgia. Right? They're going to lose to Missouri. They'll probably lose to Kentucky again for the 6th year. That's 4 losses right there. They're going to lose to Texas A&M. Who else did they play out of the West this year? They're going to lose to Clemson. Bad. That's 6 right there. Season over. Wait till next year. It was fun. It was a fun 1-week season for South Carolina. That's a good point. Bentley seems to be getting worse as his college career progresses instead of better. And I'm not even kidding. Unbelievable. I actually don't even know why I'm surprised. I figured it would be a closer game than people thought anyway. I just didn't. I actually thought South Carolina would win this game. I should have listened to my own advice in my own head. By the way, as soon as I get off this stream, which is about to be in a second, everybody go check out Carolina Jackpot's YouTube channel, because most likely he's about to have a complete and utter meltdown on YouTube. And they are, when he has these meltdowns, because they happen almost every week for him because he's a Gamecock fan, they are gold. Real Gamecock Boy says, oh my God. Well, I don't even know what to say. Here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say Nick's coming through. SEC is trash. I think the West is still going to be good. The East is really bad, except for Georgia, obviously. We'll see what Missouri looks like. Outside of that, I don't know. But anyway, thank you. Thanks everyone who came and stopped in tonight and watched the both of these games with me. Vodka Drinker, thank you for the super chat. Batgirl, thank you. The Real McCoy, Dondre Crawford, all of you, you're amazing and fantastic. Thank you to all the Patreon members. Everybody go check out howardsrock.net, especially the Clemson fans, but everyone else is welcome. There's a 7-day free trial to Fanpride.zone if you want to get exclusive content with me and Bobby Durkins and who else I have on there? Spencer from Rover Sports. We got all kinds of crazy stuff going on there. We're updating it weekly to add more and more cool features. You guys are all great. I'm sorry to all the people that had their teams lose today. I feel bad for you. All you Tennessee fans, I really do feel bad for you. I don't feel bad for the Gamecock fans for obvious reasons. I love watching them lose, especially to ACC teams. I guess that's it. Go Tigers. And, yeah. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. I will see you very, very soon. Looking forward to the Auburn and Oregon game tonight as well. Have a great night, everybody. Pigskin Pete is checking out.